do they have what it takes to take down Sentinels who are coming into this hungry after their Masters Bangkok performance? I'm sure they want to run it.
Go.
Yeah, I mean, especially after, you know, taking that win down against
Alright.
crushing in map number 3.
Yeah, Jordan got a new jacket, bro. He's wearing a new SEN jacket. We're aiming out yet.
I feel like KRU is going to be some of the strongest.
And this is Stefano's edition jacket, but I don't think it is.
You're setting yourself up beautifully for making
Let me open my
When you see Jordan, look at his jacket.
I.
Question here is where are we ending up map-wise? I think the reason why
good.
I stuck to split there is
Zoom
both
in.
these teams historically.
I had to get a snack and
I
stuff.
feel like there's a high likelihood this map will.
I'm snacked on a
at
Oreo.
some point. I don't know if either team is
I got this weird, like, new Jello.
given
No,
the
I'm gonna try
successes
it.
of their opponent.
Is there a map do you feel either team should
I
avoid?
don't even know what this is. It's got like strawberry and vanilla
Oh,
and
Jordan's
stuff.
taking off the jacket. I'm assuming he's not gonna wear it.
Historically, I haven't really liked them there that much.
I think you have to rep the sponsors.
No, you can
Yo,
wear,
what's up, Brayden?
like you know those, you know that SEN, like you know that SEN coat I got in the background of my room.
Oh yeah.
The players can wear that on stream as well. Like they can wear anything they want. Hoodies, jackets, anything they want.
Picking Lotus to kick off these series.
Is Eva he's being told for some reason not to wear it, probably because it's not released yet.
Maybe he just gets
Or-
sweaty or something probably.
These NA teams pick this
Lotus, Icebox, Split. Okay, last time SEN played Icebox, they 13-6 Gen G.
Like and subscribe, appreciate it, bro.
So you are up against it right now as Sentinels, and if you start
You don't care that
Oh
I'm
my god,
talking.
if we get map 3, if we get map 3, SEN wins.
I've seen Kesnet do some filthy stuff on Icebox.
Yes. Yo, the classic, like, oh, insert him over on yellow on a
I want that as well. If SEN wins this match and wins against EG next week, they got a free pass to playoff stage for Toronto, because the last 2 matches is 2G esports,
Yeah.
and so the other one was also like free as fuck.
Do we see Zekin branch off out of Yoru here on Icebox, or do they stick to it?
Wait, what's the first map?
That's the crazy thing, right?
Lotus seems to be super common. I like it.
Expecting to see a lot more,
Yeah.
like, the Jet even way late potentially on that map as being very
Nothing different there.
Nothing new there.
Okay, nothing new there either. Okay,
Okay.
Composition. Nothing special.
Zelsis locking down
We don't need nothing special. We just need to win, you know.
such a brutal combo to go up against.
I'm
We're
like, I
rooting
want
for
to see
Sentinels,
Waylay,
mainly.
Kesnet, Yoru,
but
Deadlight.
yeah, of
Okay.
course.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this.
Of
The
course,
ability to
of course,
flex
I'm-
between different sides. Yeah, he'll just fight and shoot Zekin. It's a good matchup.
But one thing I love, I guarantee, but Zekin's mum and dad is in the crowd, guaranteed.
Oh yeah.
They're always there. Like, I'm pretty sure Zekin's put like the VCT Pro who actually has their family in their match every time. Like, if it's international, like, if it's like playoffs, then obviously a few families come over. But if it's not a playoff, no family comes over, bro, at all.
It has to be something super important.
But for Zekin, no one gets, they don't give a shit, that counts for anything.
Even the other day, their coach Adam on the LATAM broadcast saying that the only
You got the
You know,
talkies?
I'd
What
love to
flavor?
actually get on stage and just like, I don't give a shit if it's like my fast and early match, I don't care if it's my, you know, if it's the LCQ, I don't give a shit. I would literally want my mum to be there.
matter of fact,
Oh yeah.
5 of the 7
Like, I
My
don't give a
family's
shit if I
actually
live
super
bad stage
supportive.
one.
If I was up there, they'd go for sure.
2 maps that are
My mum would definitely, she doesn't know what the fuck's going on, but she'll support.
Right.
on some of these other maps.
Like, you did play walkouts and she used to hear my name get screamed, like my actual name, not freaking Danger or whatever.
Here we go, folks. Lotus kicks off for
Like, all the players on my team getting called like, you know, whatever their IGN is, and mine would be like, Ronnie.
Alright, we're rooting for Sentinels, but we want good Valorant. That's what we want.
Exactly.
Slowly able to
So let's get it.
Now, SEN's
Show
gonna
us
win the
something
first map, but they're gonna give a content map on Icebox.
a lot of hype going Zelsis away from the desk, and definitely justifiably so. He is.
Yo, make sure you guys are liking the streams too.
Heavy stacked on C, nothing on B, so they kind of, they got a big gap open. They should know.
Let's see.
In we go. KRU looking to
One thing I love about
set up
Lotus,
really like
SEN,
the
is they
whole
actually
side of the
like
map for
play
Sentinels.
perfect retake.
I think
But if they get
so.
stuck in corners,
Slow
they
towards
struggle.
C here, it's gonna be bang.
John Cutie's like the master of like retaking for some reason. Like I don't know
Yeah,
what
and-
he's
and
calling,
Zelsis.
but he's good.
Tejo that can be recycled later on for when the retake comes in. Already in drop 1.
Oh, Kesnet has to make the adjustments.
So, look,
He's able to win it out. Bang falls pretty darn quickly, and Narrate doesn't have much to do until those
now he's down,
reinforcements
that's
get
fine.
there.
Look, bro, John,
Takes a
John,
glancing blow, and Kesnet is a little bit low. Prowler goes over the
Wait,
top there,
John
and
got
Mills
3
has
kills.
already
I only saw
saved
1 kill
Zen
though.
getting
What did the other
involved.
2? How did he get the other 2?
Shy with a respectful
Wait.
distance there, and Kesden now reveals himself surely traded. John's finding himself 3.
Oh my.
He'll clean it up.
Okay.
Set
behind.
Crew to come into that A side.
I might be. I'm on YouTube.
A side and have the retake.
Do that 2 times thing.
With the fade when needed.
Crew really tried to take the fight to them there in heaven.
Oh, okay, John, that's how you got it. Okay, I see.
Able to do 1080 fine.
To them there in heaven. And saying we're all grouped up, 4 pushing through there. Easy for them.
So that was just when he said, Senti diff.
I'm concerned with that bang death though.
This game.
That was weird.
This is probably going to be a trend that we see exhibited by KRU. They really want to fight. They really want to force the issue.
The bang one, he got blinded.
Sen, if they're aware of this, they're going to try and exploit that.
Dude, YouTube thinks I'm way far behind apparently.
A brick wall over here, just jiggling for that.
With how long that 2 times was just going, I should have been able to skip 10 seconds.
The one player over on Crew that has
I'm literally up to screen
a
sharing at this
semblance of
point
an
when it
upgrade
comes
with
to you.
Sheriff in his hands.
Okay, crash noted. Crossing by.
Where are you at?
Will take that orb. Looks like
123?
priority towards a dimensional drift here for KRU.
120?
120.
Okay, we're good.
We're together now.
That C push is going to be smoked out.
This is a very good setup for Sen if the C hit does come in.
I like how they're cheesing it.
Waiting for John Cutie in the corner with the judge who'd be able to clean up all of those attacking Crew players with ease as they opt to slow things down in the mid-round. Crew explore elsewhere.
Bang has not pushed up on that A side here. It's actually a pretty passive line he's holding towards Rubble. And this is going to serve him well here because he should get early warning of this switch back.
Okay, that should be.
Here's it. Flash
This
down.
should
Everyone's
be.
over-rotate.
In comes the guided salvo, and Bang can obviously just
All they know is just
toss in
Vice,
this
that's
one.
it.
This is all just a
And Teo.
re-clear from Crew over towards A to try and feign that.
They still got
presence
Zekin in the B
elsewhere.
link, so they don't need to over-rotate.
Towards C, but again they can't. Now running back towards A, where so it's been
Until
relatively
Zekin hears at least
uncontested
3
effort
people running,
getting
that's
his
when
way
they need to
into
start
Rubble.
rotating
So,
over.
a
Bang
mid-round
on A
pivot
side.
from the
I
Crew
think this
side.
raise is
Zekin's definitely
probably
taken
gonna
off.
help.
Something
Yep.
could be afoot on this side
Come on,
of the map.
Zekin. Yeah.
Good shit,
Shy
Zek.
walks out of the open. Zekin deals with him pretty comfortably. However,
Well, like that.
Okay, Bang.
in onto this
And
A
please
side
don't drop down there
once
again.
more.
If you get fucked at that same spot.
Pistol dropped down, got taken down by Kesnet.
Wait,
but
he's got it this
Zekin
time.
with a
Let's
nice
go.
fist
They're not
rolls
expected.
through the Bulldog box.
There we go.
Oh, he made up for it. Yes. Yeah.
First to a screaming heap, and it's up to
Bang
Melson
my
with
goat.
Nothing but a classic to work with.
Bang, bang.
It's a fully fledged.
Oh, he didn't even get the peek.
Team.
Oh, what's that song called from Ariana Grande?
Very clean
Bang, bang
anti-eco.
into the
Require them
room.
to offer up a
I know you
Yes.
want
a
it.
bit of an economic benefit to Crew getting that spike down for a second round in a row. But
Oh yeah.
ultimately, who's the real beneficiary of the situation? It's Sen retaining all 5 of their weapons into the next.
Wait, whoa, Zekin, whoa, what's that gun, buddy?
Similar setup towards C, where John was tucked in the corner with his shotgun. and didn't
You
get
thought we wouldn't
sniffed out.
notice? You really thought the observers were that shit that didn't capture your kill?
They could opt to go for more of an
I thought no one would
play,
spectate
set
him.
something up with Zekin getting you deep on the raise with your breach.
It was anti-eco protocols last round, but
There's
Sen are not
max
pushing
10
up out of the main,
spectators,
they're not
right?
pushing up over
But
towards
most of them have
Oh,
to
wow,
be
they got the
observed on the
read.
map.
sitting back and holding pretty passive positions.
They read it so
They're
hard.
gonna get messy now.
This is
The
awesome.
line
Wait.
comes in. The cross is there for Nelson, but the
No,
C's
he's so low.
combination does
So
change.
because,
Wait,
you know,
whoa.
Second gets off the line.
Whoa,
Bang,
whoa.
He's gonna be playing inside this smoke and big
Wait,
spikes about
why
it.
did you
Keep
keep-
your
okay,
way behind the
keep
screen
it
of that
too.
Viper wall. Sen can
That
set
was
up behind
scary.
this now.
Look at Mazzino though. They're literally so low. They kill Mazzino, they're basically got free game because there's no stuns, no flashes.
Big exchange of
They don't flash to
utility.
God if they send anyone, you can break that and avoid it so easily.
He's so concerned about potential flanks at this point. You know, and indeed, Sen, they are trying to prod on defense. They're trying to
What's the ult looking like?
something
Zekin's 4.
orthodox at Crew to win this.
Having that everyone else
first
instead
round
not very close.
This feels like a
2
carbon
from
copy of
Euro.
the previous round.
Just funneled into A.
If I was Crew, I would give Euro the spike and let him
The
plant.
difference is though, Zekin
They're
hasn't
re-hitting
caught anyone
it.
on the cross, so no free kills early in this round here for
Yeah.
Sentinels, and nobody's in
Look-
drop
look
yet.
at Sen's position,
Sound
bro.
being
Look at her
confirmed.
position.
Sen
They're all waiting
really
for retake.
holding back off the A site for
Most
now.
teams would try to stop
Some
plant,
danger
but
from Crew
I like
on account of the
how
fact that
Sen
a
does
couple of
it.
their players
They actually all wait,
are
really.
wicked low HP. You know, these SMGs
They used to
get
not.
easy
Remember when they
kills here,
didn't
and
do that?
Zeno there, he goes down.
They would just
Yeah.
die one by
That's
one.
just across the side there.
Like every team you need, like all have their own style, and Sen's is literally just playing slow and retake.
Meanwhile, Zelsis is on the
Oh,
run here.
wow.
Nice.
Towards top in a trade. I think Sen are going to be happy with that.
Oh.
Shy's going to be a problem there. In drop, he's found his second. Zelsis going to be there, but he's got nothing but a
Alright, it's
stinger to
Celsius, bro.
work
He
with.
clutches. Or he gets his exits.
He's definitely getting one, for
No
sure.
business doing much more
Nah,
in
they're
this
not.
round.
They're
Play
gonna
for
walk in their
exits
spawn.
perhaps, but Crew maintain 3 guns coming out of this
Wait.
round in theory.
He could.
Certainly
It's
getting what they came
possible,
for.
for sure. At least do some damage. Do some damage.
Oh, he did.
Okay, we got him. Shield gone.
It's fine, we dropped out 2 rifles and half someone's health, so yeah.
Converting multiple
We had a
when Sen
total
were trying to
of
swing
like
through
6k
heaven
damage.
together as a unit. I like that first
Was that a
opening where you
bonus
have one
anyway?
player
Think so.
come around the corner,
Yeah, it was.
obscure
That's a good
that
bonus.
crosshair placement so the next could get around.
As long as you got 2
But
rifles in your
that
bonuses, you're
in
fine.
the waiting arms of Shy, who was playing down low. So
This is awesome.
well done from KRU, finally able to convert on one of these A post plants.
But it looks like KRU wants to focus more on A. There's always like, with certain teams that only go on one side, like
Oh,
also
yeah.
goes to A again.
So far forward and
They got to
upper,
read again as well.
play off that to bleed the clock.
Omen's gonna TP across, he's gonna get Yuto down, he's fucked, goodbye Malsa.
Again. Except he killed him this time.
This time, Banks, he's even further forward.
Oh my god, Banks.
Off position, wait,
Mizino
oh.
at least able to find that aftershock here, and the numbers are even after a frenetic opener. John doesn't bite
Bro,
a
3
fork, he
people,
can
6
shoot
people
here.
died
Mizino is
in the
allowed
same
to
milliseconds, I didn't even
away.
notice.
And in the meantime, Shy was just playing in spawn.
I'm barely
Yes,
keeping up
well.
over here.
Flanking players that could come down.
None of them
So,
can
certainly
fake
something you have to
a
expect when you're on attack.
fake
And you're
decoy
favoring
or
one side
get
of
in and
the
out of the C
the
site from the
defense to try to
from
exploit
the
that.
vice wall.
Prodding one of
So if it all
the
goes
other
up,
areas.
he will know.
And now they can just take their time over towards Mound. They're going to have to eventually proc this wall.
They either go together or they do one by one.
It's a
Give away
decent.
their location.
I think they'll probably go together once they hear
Jordan
the...
Belfort
Yeah, they
here
have.
is- He'll now be
Big
aware
damage
of
in the
course,
health.
Crew have walked in. They take some
Of
damage off that
Mezzino.
Razor Vine. Nothing to write home about, but still
Huh.
could be crucial.
I love how Shy waited. Well, Zeno was like, fuck it, I'm running
Play
for it,
from the
bro.
mound
Come
direction
on,
now. The
blood.
door's going to go open.
Utility certainly does favor KRU though, having the breach alive, having.
Okay, position's good. No ults for anyone.
I think they know.
This is a
They should,
great
yeah.
position. I really
The way
like
it's planned as well is
Even
actually a
have
good
the
spot.
markers to play off of, and on a spike tap, the Mizzino
I guess he's
can
having
send out
Zelsus
the
just
ball
run
and they can
through.
swing off it. Yeah, this is really good for them.
We have no util, so we have to basically try to kill them.
Neither Sen
bait
player
out.
affected by this. John wants to push up past this now. There's the
Yes.
push coming out. John needs to
Aw,
find two
that was so
and
close,
knock me out.
actually.
Crew back to back.
It is what it is,
Get
it is what it
themselves
is.
That is the exact situation that you want a player like Shy, and he is really fantastic in the late rounds, in those 2v2s, post plant, 3v3s.
It's much more attack sided anyway. It's literally down to who has the most control of the map. So if you can sell fakes or like just like do a 2-1-2 format, then you're literally chilling.
Recklessly
Like,
dying to the exact
half a second more and that
combo
Omen would've got
Shy
away.
to not 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Just sends it again.
And he's TPing forward into that spot there. So that Seas comes down in the same spot. But again,
Honestly,
both these
Sen
teams
just
having
needs to take
throw
more
down
space.
early
They need to try
on
to
in
get
the
Seal
round.
on
The fight for
control.
Rubble, I think, is going to be an evolving
I think they
tale
might
over
actually.
the course of this map.
Because if
a close one.
KRU is just taking A, it's just easier to obviously keep the 3 on A,
Call from
put a
Sentinels.
Vice Wall on
As
B,
they've won the pistol, and now
and then
things
just
have
walk down
gotten
C with
out of hand.
Vice
KRU's
and
economy building, getting very
Viper.
close to having a full circuit of ultimates when we get back into this. And send force down onto the eco, so you have Coach Kaplan in the mix trying to get a little stride here, something to throw out, something cheeky.
I mean, it's
while they just
2-2.
have to
I guess
share
it's good to call a
whatever
timeout
upgrades they can
now.
get, but then focus on that next crucial
Fix
buy
everything
round
that's
when
going
they
wrong.
have
that round
the
should not have been a
economy
one.
on the line
That
and
round should not have been a
ultimates to play
loss,
with.
but
So that
it is what it is.
round 7, when we get to it, is going to be massively important, or 6 rather.
One of the biggest issues for Sentinels, they said, coming out of Bangkok was when they're confronted by something unexpected, they freeze
What
up.
about
They don't have
Bangkok?
that adaptation. It's something that Zekin said in that moment after they were eliminated.
Next one's Toronto in it, that's Canada.
Yeah.
That Zekin had to his team.
I mean, I
Oh, yeah,
expect
you
to
see what happened
that
about
in
the
this game.
tickets
Crew
with,
are gonna throw
Toronto?
those curveballs repeatedly.
I mean,
Wait,
especially
what?
considering they've never played
Masters
Worlds
Toronto
since
tickets.
2025.
The second it launched, they all like literally went out and they all went like out. Like, you know when people like buy tickets and we sell it for like much more of a price?
39 matches.
Right.
That's
what happened with Masters Toronto tickets.
He's doing it again this
Literally
week,
second the
too.
site
He
like
looked
launched the
fantastic.
We
tickets,
stand a consistent kick.
no one can get a ticket.
I'm
And
excited
I think
to
one
see
real person actually got one.
more from him on this
That's-
So now if you want to get a Toronto ticket, you gotta spend $500 roughly.
Look, a big alt round here
Yeah,
for
they
Crew.
can.
Dimensional
It better
drift.
come with a blowjob too.
Thunder at the ready now for Crew.
Get a couple of jobs.
Just have that showstopper to work with here, but more of a re-clear option.
But no, honestly, isn't it? Yeah, that's kind of unlucky. Like,
Pistol round here, though, for
I don't know, right? These season,
So,
like
I think
maybe
this
you
is
have,
like the
you have to have like an actual like account link when you're buying it. Maybe limit it. I don't know.
Dimensional drift.
The fact that every ticket is gone,
That valuable info.
and there's like
Wait a minute,
a couple
rolling
thousand
thunder comes
seats,
out. Tekken
or
actually
not
pulls
that,
a
but like
showstopper
what,
here.
10-20,000
Perhaps
seats.
because of that
It's
Kesler
kind of a mistake.
Wow.
to follow up on the breach done.
Great
So
ult,
Zekin now wants to
even if
clear
it doesn't
bit
hit
more.
anyone.
Sits in the
Second.
tree, takes a trade. Hey, with the sheriff, he's got to be happy with the 1-for-1.
Yeah, I mean, Mizzino's
Honestly, that's not a bad
he
trade.
got that
Not a bad
kill in
trade.
the first place.
Not at all.
Zekin just
Getting rid of
zooming
breach is
around the
actually a
corner.
huge
Had to be
impact
a
difference.
fast reaction. Crew trying to
That changes how to play post spawn as well. Like how they're gonna enter and do the post
Playing
spawn.
close, they've still got a lot of this fade util to play off of as well. Here's the swing, flash comes in, narrow
shot.
bangs
Okay.
for one, and this is
One for
dangerous.
one.
Actually winnable.
You do not
They're
want to
winnable.
test the Sen when they're embedded in a
South
site
has
like
Sen
this.
Classic, of
There's no
course.
time to pull out. 20 seconds left in the round. KRU are
I
fully
think
committed.
then,
In for a penny,
this
in for
up
a
down
pound.
is crucial right here.
Melton needs to make an opportunity happen here, but
Nice.
it's
Nice.
chopped to pieces by the Sheriffs, and Kessler has to bail his team out of this unenviable situation. Healthy as he is, the smoke dissipates and
come on.
Zelsis will fall. Bang and John.
Let's
Okay,
fucking
let's go. Easy.
I don't know what Captain told him to do in that fucking eco, but it works.
It worked.
Sheriff
Hold on, I'm gonna
shots
check one
connected from Sen backside off the gamble stack that doesn't even feel like much of a risk if I'm being totally honest. Kaplan just telling the team out of the timeout, go stack over towards that A side. KRU. They cannot resist the temptation to get the spike down.
It's not just conditioning from KRU, it's just an obsession with that A side apparently.
To the extent that they commit the rolling thunder to it, but no one is even in a position to scale into the site off the back of it, and then it's second showstopper that keeps them at bay, causes more
A lot of
time
whiffs, but
for the
it's a
rest
Sheriff
of the team
plus Vandal,
to
so kind of
rotate their
expected.
It doesn't matter. We win.
As long as you get him killed, you can actually do your old chip.
Mistake exploited by Sen.
Ooh,
Yeah,
a
think about the value of
C-push.
that showstopper really stops the push in after the rolling thunder, and you get a
Ooh, one way
trade
as
on a
well.
pistol
Perfect.
round. It's pretty decent.
Oh shit.
Second picks up the out here on account
Okay.
of everybody on KRU
Easy
being on those
pick.
light
Oh,
armor.
oh my god,
Just throwing now.
wait.
Makes use of it quick.
We're getting the angles.
Young Zelsis is on the Daka. We have the Odin in
I
the
think
game.
they figured out if they peek early, they'll be good.
He's not going to get much action this round. There was finally KRU had
Yeah.
extricated themselves from the clutches of this.
Plot twist. The
Compulsion
round
to go
we
to the
won was
outside of the
accident.
map.
Oh, this is the round Captain was talking about.
Not committed yet with only 3 players to work with.
If you actually never know what I'm talking about, like the match we talk about like next strat, like they'll be like, oh yeah, just for this round do this, but this is the timeout for the next round. The one
They're just
after.
not well equipped in order to do so here.
At the very least, so he was able to recover one orb over towards Mound, so
Wow.
eventually, no matter what happens this round, he'll have the Armageddon in the future.
Honestly, Zelsis should play like a B-Link. Because they have all the A control, like, if the door opens, he knows. If they go over the wall, they know.
Have the read. They are stacked up. Paranoia ready to go off sound cues from KRU. This should be an easy cleanup.
Yeah, Bang is virtually vibrating with
TP.
anticipation here. They come here
Oh,
with the
wow,
paranoia,
while
it's
stunned?
devastating, and Bang is
Bang!
Wow!
ground.
What the heck?
Just bear in mind, this is the guy, but 100 Thieves are lost.
Elite
Oh
site anchors
my
in the game.
god,
You
dude.
can always trust Bang
Bear in
on
mind,
defense.
100 Thieves
He is
could
always
have
good
went to
for a
Bangkok if they had
When
Bang.
he hit his sight.
Oh
When
my.
he tried to take a part of the map where he is stood.
While stunned, that's the most impressive part.
Whatsoever. The paranoia is perfect.
The fact no one peeked him when he was fighting while stunned is actually insane. If that was me, I'm getting swung by like every single person on the enemy team, bro.
All right.
Now, on the full buy, ultimate
Wait,
Sen-
surely not again. Surely not again.
Surely not again.
Oh no, he's fucked. It's
I mean,
fine.
brimming with confidence.
Oh,
I can't
what?
blame him.
You can do
We
it.
got out.
Play off the
He got out, he got out, but he
once
couldn't do what he
the
wanted.
guided salvo comes in. And 11-3. Proud as a
They learn from the
peacock on that
mistakes.
C-site,
Taking that
daring
one way.
to test him, and they will.
John has been over towards the seaside.
At least they're making it
Sounds
obvious
good.
it's a
Not getting
clone.
a whole lot of action. A little bit on the retakes, but
That's good for us as well. They can't bait out a device wall.
going over towards A. And I love this setup from Sen. They're just able to stack
The
on
ults,
side of the
though.
map. Oh, cool. You don't want to come into the stack?
They,
Don't throw going into the
yeah,
fight.
this is gonna be another
Elsewhere.
retake, I
Don't know about
think.
the Odin.
If
We haven't
Zelsis
really
can get
seen
1 or
Zelsis
2, this would
tested
be great.
Too much. His
A great
side hasn't
retake.
Next
been
round?
hit.
Next round, John ults
We've
some.
seen him on Lotus.
Oh no, because it's not really many good A wall.
We need a
ults.
Molotov narrate here.
I think they'll just do a
Zelsis to play
retake
off.
ult
Look
with
at
this
the open.
stuff, probably.
Okay.
Keston actually wants to challenge this, so Zelsis is going to be forced back here. Cavalry's
A limit
alive
damage on
at the
Kisnip.
John inserts into this A site, and Bang is he's really feeling
Wait,
himself.
Bang
Oh
acting good for
my,
us.
wait,
Bang, bang, bang,
bang,
bang.
Good from the razor vines.
Now he
allows
knows at
him
least.
to rotate, but Bang. That flank
I got the info.
exploited.
We're going to bounce to be here. KRU immediately change of tact here, and Sen realize it, but they're about half a second behind.
Yeah, that's an excellent mid-round call from Adverso, trying to get into the site. Aftershock to force second back,
see.
not allow a flood.
Narrate needs to wait for this. The timing couldn't be good.
Ooh.
Oh,
my god, that's
again.
insane.
Xeno's really struggling
Wow.
with
Damage.
some of these
It was.
raise nades coming in. Mel's already a couple in his first couple of rounds too.
Imagine.
That would have been a
Okay,
bad
that
moment.
Isolation here.
Second?
Getting excuse me, but there's Zekin.
Bang
Up
hits
on
those.
lines. They're able to take the one at least. Keston
no,
has to
Alright.
push up, and Array gets into the
Bang's
game
dead, bro.
now. 3 versus 3.
No, I mean,
How do you get value out of this Odin?
You meant
Zelsis?
Narrate.
no, I mean,
Holding
he
one
would
for
have
the
hit
boys,
those.
maybe. Steel Garden gotta be
I thought he said bang hits
Of course,
those.
is from
Yeah,
Shy.
when Zelsa's or not Zelsa's when second missed.
This is found in Verso. Happen to hold that line. Narrate with a shorty as well.
Narrate?
What?
That hurts, that stings. Shy
How does
down
that not
52,
kill?
Zelsa's has a lot of work to do now, and he will be surrounded.
That's a shorty
That's
moment
why
right there.
That's how my shotguns act.
KRU get a crucial round back.
My shorty kills that.
Right. Trying to
What?
take that fight with the shorty, had the ideal weapon for when you're getting hit by the steel
That's
guard.
unfortunate.
That is tough, but that is also a Sen losing a round
Oh,
to
wow.
KRU who throw everything they've got.
Oh,
into
so they
this
just
win.
quit
And
aiming mid-ground or something?
necessary
Wait,
that they
he
get
done
back
98 damage with
to
that.
the state of the economy.
98.
They needed that win desperately.
And Sentinel's already getting themselves those 4 defense-sided rounds.
Shit.
Wait, Sentinels tweeted 46 minutes ago. Furia through, now we play KRU. Main event starting, Sentinels into. That actually rhymes.
They've been keeping a tight lid on KRU's economy, forcing them onto very awkward ecos, stopping any of that momentum.
This is gonna be very weird.
Good first blood from Kesnet.
Apparently, through smoke and
We can't need timeout if we're keep using rounds like these, but we can't time out this and second. We can't use both in the first half.
A re-clear here of A, but
That's good ult from John. That's actually good ult. That forces a BYA. If Zeus dies, we're kind of
They want to
fucked.
fight close with this paranoia. What is this from Bang?
Yeah, oh, it's madness. He's going for
Wait,
it. He's
Bang.
pushing
Oh.
it.
Okay.
Okay, we lost him regardless.
It was worth a shot at least.
Where's the recovery going to be for Sentinels? It might be too much to ask here as the
Yeah.
burns down to the aftershock.
John just
Casino's
saved.
classic.
You can't.
Deals with
Like, you're a
Zelsa's.
goat, John, but you ain't gonna catch
After
this one.
John in a 1 versus checks notes 5.
It didn't even matter that Zelsis took the primary weapon.
I'm pretty sure he
And
can
again,
die here.
Should I have wrapped him?
Look for one.
The utility from that
Oh,
was
yeah.
excellent.
Wait.
Wait! No, he had the read!
Should just be a consolation kill.
Fuck.
John trying to see what he can get.
It's a
here.
2 vs 2. What angle he
Looking to
takes.
Even up the game. Silver lining. Sen in a position of
Please,
This is
Boss,
actually,
yeah.
round. Look competitive. John obviously
alright
hoping to do some
position.
economic damage because KRU's money is far from stable. It's a little here and there. Getting another
The worst thing is, I know he's there because he hasn't walked out of B, and A, they had Omen holding it the entire time. So I know he's around that area.
Is he pushing up on these lurks? He's looking
Wait, he actually can get time in on
these
Mouser.
multi-kill scenarios
No,
because
never mind.
maybe just overstepped
corner.
in the last couple of rounds.
That's back to
I
the way.
liked the idea from Sen there after they initially lost second. John pops that Viper's Pit over on C.
Okay, it's fine. At least we got
saying,
an ult
"It's
back
gonna
for
be
his
a
ult.
challenge if you're
Hey,
hitting this site."
we got
So
one.
Sen stacked 3 players up
Better
towards
than
A here,
none.
but
This was
they-
unfortunate.
Oh.
I think he should have took his time a little more.
Alone, taking
I think
that
the issue is
fight
because when he
from
blinded, like
Sen
everybody isn't that long, so he kind of like wasted half the time with it. I think you're not expecting like both of them to be like. I think you're expecting both of them to be like standing like right next to each other, like lined up really. But instead they're walking left and right and they're like not, you know.
as they had been exploited to the
The last time, wait, what was that? Last time KRU what?
Tight game now.
It was probably telling us the date between the
There's
games.
actually no smoke here
The last time they
this
played.
time. No attempt to tap in the ult from Sentinels. They've gone back to this. Well, a little more back.
Oh, Kesnet had to EG Phantom, that's why Ziggin had it on earlier. Unless Kesnet picked it up off second, who knows.
Over towards A to say the least.
Now, can they follow up on a rolling thunder if necessary? Because last time.
Oh, by the way, in a couple of days, you know the Ascension teams like Apex, M80, the teams that qualified from Ascension challenges, they're getting their own team classics and everything soon as well.
That's pretty cool. I think that's a pretty cool way to, like, support the teams, I guess. Give them money.
Tier 2 is not really like, what you call it, financially supported or like support in general, so having that team classic actually helps out.
Oh my god, that was.
He tried.
Is that a real thing?
No.
Did he do damage? He didn't do damage. Wait, second, why are we... Hey, boys.
Bang caught inside the razor vine, and that wall's going to
Wait,
come.
Celsius.
He would be exposed in that case, and Mazzino was tucked in the perfect spot. Bang can't see the wood for the trees.
I can't get mad either because Mel's just playing Omen right. Normally you would expect a Sentinel to be a locker, but Omen's perfect at like locking. So the fact he's doing it perfectly is just
slamming
can't get
their
mad.
heads into the wall of
We're watching
A
evolution in
over
real
and
time.
over. They really are.
They become upright, you know?
They've discovered
Oh well,
that they can
closer
make
the better.
Sentinels think that they'll be running into A again. But actually, we're just going to go through the baby door, go to B, and then have this fantastic post-plant setup. As you know, on this
I'm looking at
late
live
we have
bets,
presence in
and Sentinels has a 1.48 like rating on the bets, and KRU has 2.5.
Pretty substantial.
So basically saying that KRU should technically be the winners when it comes to the bet.
Oh wow.
another timeout.
Yep.
But after this round, there's no more for Captain. Captain can't talk or anything now. We went after just 1 minute.
Extremely matter of fact here.
Hey, look at Season Code. He's sleeping.
Acceptable, I feel like, for
No, I
He
think
looks
he's
like fully relaxed.
he's like an observer, not an observer, but what do you call it? He's like watching.
He's supposed to be helping Captain. He's assistant coach. He's supposed to take like notes and help Captain with things and all that shit.
Yeah.
He's just sitting back. Like, that's where he has a blanket on his legs. Swear down, I saw that. That's why Bro's actually relaxed.
Sen immediately won the next round.
We need Drew back, bro. Drew was actually a good assistant coach.
Gamble stack that didn't feel like much of a gamble.
And good, what do you call it?
All over on that A side.
One more little fudge, Scottish.
It is a
We're forcing 2 Vandals, Fingers, and the Share. I guess we have money for him, can actually, yeah.
I think this is fine.
You know, John, wait. John doesn't have money. Why are we forcing John on it as well?
I
think he's been using like shotguns, hasn't he?
Finding success there. They're gonna take
Like he's on Vibram. I feel like it's
over at that seaside.
It's good for him to use shotguns, but if he's not near his stuff, which he basically isn't.
Well, seaside is the best site for a shotgun, I think.
John also. Zelsa's is playing forwards here. It's going to be a clone that crosses by him. He's fortunate not to take any
seems
sort of incidental spray damage there. KRU,
like Sen is too eager.
Bang again has not really moved past that rubble point.
Or moving faster than they should.
The only time a Sen player on defense really pushed to the point.
Like, I understand if you want to get the space with your 2 Stingers, but it's a bit...
It was Bang. It was Bang pushing off C.
They do not want to relive that.
Look at Bang, bro. Bang has a chef standing in the open.
Whoa!
Apparently, Zelsa gets away with that. There's been a dark cover in his way. Gets away from the Razor Vine.
Okay.
Bang rotated.
He just hides. Yes. Yes.
Nice. Okay, I don't know how the fuck Zelsa got blinded from that, but... No way.
No way.
So we win the 50s. The captain says how to win 50s, but they can't tell the team how to win a rifle round.
Kaplan's just gotta jog their brains, I guess.
I'm stunned. I need to see on the replay. What was that? Any eyeball havers who want to look at
That was...
Plus, Zelsa hasn't promoted yet. He doesn't promoted to Sen Bundle, that's why he hasn't,
what was happening in Maine? I would love to know.
Okay, so
he's fully paranoid. He pops the fire. He's just out in the open.
Wait.
Wow.
I don't think they're blinded.
No, they're not.
Bro, man. I guess they just assume it's impossible.
You see how far in open he is, and he's added up with vice.
Imagine looking at that clip after the game.
2 Kaplan timeouts.
The coach is so pissed.
Resulting in an immediate eco round win. We'll take it.
didn't even
To be
have
fair,
to
2 members are blinded, and the rest are blocked off by an orbs. They can't really tell.
They're really hustling at it.
They're going back to
Wait, so it's a DC? Do you notice?
I think he saw.
They've had enough of this season.
He definitely has if he's gone that far back. Okay, he definitely knows. Keep putting his vines.
Zelsa here sits pretty shoulder peak. Yields a pretty
Think
decent.
We definitely saw at least 1, but now he's seen the 3.
Give some fair info to KRU as well, who know that if they hit this site, they're going to be running into the vice
That's a
setup.
chill, bro.
They know they're going to have this diagonal wall to contend with. Flash over entry, the standard Zelsa stuff over here.
Okay, KRU again. Biding their time. It's going to be Kesnet at the 4, unsurprisingly. Aftershock sort of confirms that no one is tucked in this corner, so Kesnet will continue to
Bang shot out. No bang,
There's a sheer wall ahead of him.
Narrate.
This is all going to bleed clock. It's got to
Okay,
second. He just found the timing. Finger on the pulse. Kesnet without.
I don't know how Zekin gets away with that.
And here comes that nightfall. Information galore now for Sentinels to make informed decisions about the setup.
Okay.
Wait.
Wow.
Okay,
26 seconds left in the round. Time is getting thin for KRU. The wicked's burning.
Alright, now it's 2 pistols, I think.
It's awkward.
Plus the phantoms. Yep, they got the rifle still.
Nice. Oh yeah, he still found him. Yo, what's up, bro? Welcome to the stream.
Shy finds the 1. With 10 seconds left, there's not much more to do except for Sen to try and wrest these guns away.
Boys, no need to pick, bro. This is 4 vs 2 and I got no time.
Easy one.
No success on these big
6-5.
executes. Sen have been.
Boys, let's wrap up. 7-5, boys. Let's wrap up.
Playing around the win con of this comp, which is
they got rifle as well, but it's fine.
Let your vice delay on the other.
I think we're gonna have to ult diff.
That delay will allow you enough time to rotate that death ball of players over. all fight together, stop the hit.
Oh, shoot.
For coming in all together.
Alright, who's shooting today?
This really has been
Everyone but
lovely
narrate.
from them.
But this is the question. What do KRU do when
Everyone
they start
but
with
narrate.
information? It's a question
If I
I
know
want
it,
to roll
but he's seen
over onto
anyone,
the
and when he has
defense
seen
side
someone,
as
he got a shot in the back. So
Just can't find any edges there.
He's an info
Don't
drone
give
right
him
now.
anything for free.
I mean, that's literally his role right now. Look at his which way captain.
That B site scan or not B site, that A site scan was crazy. I never seen that.
That's a default one, bro.
Is it? He threw it on top of the site.
Yeah.
Bang is on the C side,
I
not
need
playing
to
passively towards Rubble
find
here.
that
So,
one because I've never
I mean,
seen
of course,
it.
there's a paranoia to work with. Should
I know the fade
come
lineups. I like the eyes. I was starting to play fade for this map, but then we changed my rule over to Sentinel.
Headed over towards A, but you can see actually that dimensional drift sent towards C, where they've still got Melser inserted. So
But now I'm possibly going to Judas.
they have
Depends
full
on what's
intention
going
of
to happen to the team
going
now.
back if necessary. They just want to get the rotates over.
Hey,
the
they're better than
side.
with me, I guess.
That is awesome from Zelsis, able to spam
there
the
Omen,
wall
like-
to get rid of the clone, so the wall
What are we
doesn't
doing?
get triggered.
Are we trying to re-hit
And the
B
gate crash
or?
also is used ultimately there by Kesset. He's not convinced.
Yeah,
that
looks
A
like
is
we're
the
trying to hit
play.
B. I think
Looks
what's
like
going to
the verse is
happen
be inserted here, but
is
you
they're
don't
going to try
know
to
what the
get
reaction's gonna
onto
be,
B,
I
right?
imagine.
But
KRU
if they find
appear
out
to
C's
be the verse
open,
with
they're going to
theory.
open door, hit C.
Would have to join them.
At the moment, it's just Narrate from Sen playing off of.
That's why I like seeing B, because the door, you can change the entire round. Like, you can fake the B right now, but you open door, and they keep going C.
Positions that you could take towards B main, allowing crew free access to the site.
Sen have a showstopper for this retake. That's a scary position to be in if you're KRU. They
Damage,
knew about this
perfect,
before they
little
hit this
bit.
B side
Dude,
anyway.
Zekken's always getting weird.
Bang's gonna fall though.
No,
That's
so
also
skill
finding
bang.
something over towards Mound here. He won't opt to push up into waterfall or anything crazy like that, but here's
Where's
this
that?
TP.
Oh,
Okay. Zeknier
cancelled.
gets onto the site. Showstopper gets him there. Now it's a matter of Sen holding this real estate. Fires it off shy
Okay,
of
they're
points
living
and
on the
cares.
second.
Zels is falling. He tries to take a swing and Mazzino's looking
Luck.
dangerous. 17
Wow.
up in a dream. He'll take 3. And even the game heading into the half.
Crew are going to be regretting not just going to B over and over. They have
Second
won
shift hold is a
every
little bit
round. They
longer.
got the
You had like a
plant
few more
down
seconds
on
to give
that
used.
site. Really excellent
Yeah.
post-plant setups there, and that flash.
That few more seconds will actually help get the
Mega
spike
value.
really diffused instead of
You can
half.
see it completely blind up Zekken on entry with a showstopper, as well as 2 other players that were getting in with him.
And also kind of a raw contact
Wow.
retake. They're from KRU as they make their way back into the B site. They know they've got to clear because of the showstopper. Get out of there. They wait it out. Beautifully done. It's an even game heading into the half. Our first map of Lotus is
This is all
promising
damn
to be a
Sen
bit
now,
of a bang.
isn't
It's
it?
not go
There's
too
nothing
far.
Cap can
Much more
do.
to come from this series between Sentinels and
That's what I feel bad
KRU.
about. That's why I never wanted him to use his second timeline fast half, because now they're fucked.
It's for you. Do you like it?
Captain can't talk to him anymore, bro.
Come
Captain's
on,
out.
Charlie, use your new door.
I believe in him.
Come on, let's
It all
go.
comes down to their own, like,
Said go.
what you call it,
Let's
intellectual skills to actually process what's going on
trade you for a cat.
and like adapt to it, basically.
Red Bull gives you wings.
And if that ain't awake right now, then they're fucked. I think the last time they actually lost, they even like second even pointed that out that no one's like adapting, no one's thinking about anything, they're just running it in.
Minute half time. It's fine.
Oh, I can gamble. Well, that's
Bruh.
no way. I'm not on Twitch, so I can't actually do it. Just spin my free daily wheel.
Crazy ways to skip.
Oops.
Spin my wheel. Play here. Where's ad? Actual YouTube ad, not. I was confused then. I heard a weird ad in a different language. I thought it was a VCT ad. I'm like, what the frick? What's going on? Okay, it was just YouTube ad. Up. Down. Come on, give me a scratch card at least then. Don't make me lose anything. Scratch card.
5 seconds.
This scratch card here. Okay, actually, let's do the other one out. No, this one hasn't been won me money in a while. Let's do
Pretty
this one.
lively first half here on Lotus. Sentinels get themselves 6 rounds on the defense side of this map, but curiously 2 of them are huge thrifty rounds that really break the back of KRU as they're trying to get into this game.
Right, I'm on my scratch card now.
Definitely be regretting not trying to go for as many.
Add up 7 to win.
It's hitting B,
12, nope,
finding a
4,
lot of
nope.
that success.
Match 3. Nope.
On the run from
Match with your numbers. Nope.
I guess he's a
No.
little intimidating.
No.
Yeah, again, KRU couldn't help
Match
themselves.
3 to
Like I
win.
said, they just want to force the issue.
Okay,
Pistol
wait.
sent on the attack side
I won
now.
nothing.
Big trap play set.
We're back in game.
4 players involved in this.
Trust.
Okay.
Oh,
If it was
wow.
for trap play, just one person apparently would have been enough to deal with Zelsis. KRU, though, they do
Question is,
get
how many did
advantage
Zelsis see though?
early and can now
Because that's going to
play
change how
from
Sen
trouble.
plays. Depends on how many he saw.
He doesn't have the option to embed himself here and get out with the gate crash later.
All I know is you.
I think he jumped too much after that.
Wall denies some of that passive info for the defenders. Now forced to look at B main. Sen pivot. Wanting to go for this C execute. After the razor vines have been
This
put
is
aside.
a good.
Come on, freaky red boy, shoot back.
Second also
Got
making
this.
his way up the C site.
Come on, Zaken. We need you right
Empty of
now.
KRU players, of course. They'll
I
look to
need
try and
you
retake the
right
halls, and
now.
Zekken wants to get
No, we
ahead
need
of
the freaky white boy to wake up,
okay,
bro.
Paranoia are also committed to that.
We need Nara.
Effect. Zekken going to try and get out here. Here's UTIP will of course spot onto KRU as they look to flood now back onto the site.
There, it's starting to look like freaking,
Doesn't really know where to be looking right now.
We're getting damage done. We're getting tiny damage.
Sentinels have been able to
It's better than
set themselves
nothing,
up here
but
at the back of the C site, so we're looking for a no-holds-barred brawl for control of the
perfect.
spike. And we get what we asked
Oh,
for. Mazzino finding
boys.
his second. There's some sharp shooting, but eventually he'll find his third. It's up to John. And the Rocket Mastermind cannot hold the tide to KRU out of B. That's how KRU look at
Bro,
start
everyone's
second half.
dying,
God,
and
I
then no
love
one knows
the
how,
intake from
and that's
KRU.
just fucking
I
up
like
John.
that Sen were trying to fight for some of that.
I don't
back
know
close
why we
control.
planted
saw that
there,
from Zekken's
of all
point view.
places.
You want to get some of that extra space. You
I
want
think they were
find a
trying to
way
take.
actually get a pick.
Yeah, they all
onto KRU
died
and
in
have that
spawn
man
area.
advantage. What they just
They were trying to say spawn problem.
with utility onto Sen, they forced them all back, routed behind the site.
Awkward positioning
While
for
the
them.
spike is planted.
Wow, that was an
I mean,
insane
that
angle.
was just an excellent usage of the minimal utility you have access to on a
Huh?
pistol
No.
round. It all found value.
Yeah.
And a lot of his Sentinels don't have control of Waterfall in that post-plant scenario. So
control
Bang is,
nothing.
Bang is looking at Halls and then Waterfall and doesn't, you know, and it ends up pulling back for safety's sake. Because maybe what we're saying could have benefited from taking some more real estate, but it's hard on that C side regardless. Pistol one for KRU, they get ahead. Kesnet and Melsa get Bulldogs.
Sen straight up 5 classics. Even though they got that plant, they are not going to risk anything. They want the absolute max buy when they get to the gun round.
Okay, pulling up the B side pretty quickly here. You can see Sentinels want to take control of that Waterfall route over towards B side. Shield wall going to be thrown up here as well to give them that early warning. So KRU, great flood last round. What can they put together here on a dime?
They have 3 actual guns to get back in on this too. And so much utility from Sen to wade through.
2 players at upper here. Melsa actually forced out. He has to retake this space, but off the Paranoia, he's able to. Keston fires one, but Bang could be a problem. Adverso, though, is sharp as attack, folks.
Yeah, that's not.
Another nice flood from KRU.
Can't manage plus 1 kill, it's not bad.
Potential for danger there, as Sen were able to set up in the site really well off of all of the different mollies that they have to just throw onto the ground from John and Zelsis alike. But it's a KRU biding their time and going for that full retake with really tight timings. Everyone getting into all the different areas of the map here. Melser pushing to Baby Door at the same time they take a double fight on Zelsis. Scaling through the smoke together, out Baby Door together. It is really nice, all those timings.
So already a dimensional drift developed here for Kesnet on this defense side. On a big map like that, just having that available to you defensively is a huge boon. Especially against a Viper with that lurk wall at 8.
And on the bonus round, look at this aggression from KRU.
Hello? Oh, buddy. Okay,
Second.
ready for that. Bang TP'd on out, and Zelsis is
Wait,
waiting for the push-up from Shy.
wait, we shoot him back, we shoot him back.
From KRU. Sen laid the trap. Oh, buddy, the firing squad is ready to unleash, and Kesnet...
Okay, we shot back today. Let's
Gets out
get
of
the fans
dodge.
going.
Give it to that. Sen were ready for the pivot to re-aggress out of B with a high-low setup. John collecting 3 kills. Listen, I'm not going to be
Perfect.
not going to be mad at
Flawless.
KRU ever for trying to do something proactive on your bonus round.
But it's to a fault, I think, from this team. More often than not, KRU tend to look like a bit of a kicked anthill on defense. They're very, very active.
Sometimes they can't help themselves. That's a situation I'm okay with, but yeah, we do have to keep an eye on them to see if they just try to make too much happen. They are a victim often of their own willingness to go for aggressive looks. Push down too far on the extremities.
Yeah, of course, KRU have adopted this Teho look after having a bit more traditional approach and kickoff. So far, so good. Melsa set up on Rubble. Pretty standard look here for KRU. Gonna be a bit of a fight though off the back of this. Second wants to take it and the curtain comes down.
Pick.
Also picked up. Second though a little bit low. Melsa able to get involved and deal with the raise. Narrate still chompy at the bit. He still wants to take a fight here, but is there much to be found? Melsa almost predicted
Nice.
Narrate still able to succeed. 3 versus 3 now over on the B
Now
side.
he's Gala.
Dimensional drifting Kesnet spots Celsius out, who opts maybe to change his heading.
Cousin has to find a good timing to retreat there. Didn't actually have a teleport he could go into. And Mazzino on the line. The second Narrate wrapped around that corner of the box.
I mean, Narrate is just convinced there's no one tucked on that box. He's looking at Baby Door there. Okay, here's the Vice util.
Zelsis is trying to sell the solo man fake.
Go for it, man.
John can just work
Oh wait, that's a 2-path bait from Zelsis. Wait,
Can we start bringing it back?
John's been able to get up over towards this A.
We shot back in last round. We got flawless with all rifles.
Gotta be ready for this. Mazzino shows a little bit of leg.
Wait. We had to go off the plan. Now it's just holding down. Wait, John, please. Oh, John, please.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay.
Actually, we're winnable now. And it all goes so far in A main. I know Zelsis is an A main, that's the only thing. So Zelsis needs to like play it well.
This is a dirty angle too, but John
Shit.
can't play off these. He cannot
Oh wow, he's
he's just got to sit inside the pit.
I love this decision from him. He's just playing past.
Alright, now just all down to John. Zelsis can get
And
wrap around.
Zelsis needs to get this timing quick.
Celsius is already wrapping around. He's no longer looking to.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Busy.
He's not applying for him either.
Problem now. He's got to get through 3 players. Mazzino's already gotten this to half now. Kesnet trying to swing this, and KRU will shut it down.
He should have just ran back from main.
Celsius can't really keep KRU interested enough in
That's
him.
I
unfortunate.
do love how they set that up. Unfortunately, Kesnet gets that kill onto John with the run and gun. Couldn't even convert on.
I don't think we even made KRU even use one time out yet. That's the problem as well.
I think.
Steven, still
Wait,
win
whose
back.
map is this? This is ours.
Sense.
This is kind of screwed then.
Fast game jitters. And this is what's not good though. Whenever it's our fast map, if we lose it, everyone's mental's fucked the next round. The next map, so. But I think it's strong for us. What we did last season from SEN, like a few months ago. So hopefully we haven't fallen off it.
Yeah, I mean it seemed the score was pretty close, so I'm not too worried right now.
So they haven't lost their consistency, but it's because of how we are losing around, so.
They love to set up. Then just maybe want to do it on a syncopated timing, but they've lost.
It's just stupid like 1v1 peaks like these.
Audaciously just holding a line already. Poison Orb at least is going to let Sen imply that they walked out to run.
At least he hadn't ulted. If Mazzino ulted him, we're fucked.
They were even ready if Sen tried to refight to just rip that Rolling Thunder on them. But
They better know there's no one in A main anymore.
Get the full re-clear right now with the stealth drone from it.
Hello.
So they know that Sen have no intentions of slowly contacting back up A at the moment. They could be more concerned with elsewhere on the map.
Nice shots, John.
John does get his pound of flesh over at the seaside. That's Melsa just asking
Celsius.
for a little too much. And now Sen maybe getting away for this. Celsius,
Yeah.
important
It's these
anchor for them in
stupid
that
little
position.
mistakes.
He's been compromised. Adversaries able to push up now and eventually wrap over towards this mount area or stay embedded in case there's a bounce back, but it's not time for that. Rolling Thunder's
Well,
gonna
at least we're
complicate
making them
the
use
calculus
ults
here
and
for
stuff.
Sentinels. 25 seconds left, 3 players.
Wait, someone please look behind. Someone please look behind.
And here comes Adverso, slithering, sneaking his way towards Mount.
Yeah, no, we're fucked.
Likely will catch it
We
with
managed all our rifles.
Gotta go, 13 seconds left, but Adverso strikes.
Yeah, that was.
It is no coming back from that.
It is so comprehensive.
I already know what Captain is screaming at them. I already know what he's saying, but
There's
I
only
can't see.
28 seconds left on the clock when that's sent out. Causes that further delay, and even if that, it forces out a piece like the Paranoia from Bang, and then by the time they're trying to get back in, they're being flanked. There's multiple players facing from the front. It's just
That is
so
disgusting.
well-rounded.
Wyatt, Sentinels use their timeouts to win those 50s.
What are you doing, bro?
They have no timeouts left, no opportunities for Kaplan to intervene.
Is he getting mad at his teammate or what? Because he's looking to the right, he's pointing to the right, but he's not standing up, he's just shouting it.
Now Meltzer is pushed.
Normally when you post trash talk the enemy team, you're supposed to stand up and say it, bro, not just fucking shout it
He's
across.
just taking the fight 2 for 2.
Okay.
Sting is here now pushing up some upgrades.
That's
available with
actually
Sentinels. They gotta be quick
winnable
about
and
this.
still.
No one dared to trigger the Razor Vine, so they're
Oh,
going
but
to
I got a lot of
to the
detail
steep side
supposed like
unfettered.
stop the plan.
It's a smoke that blocks
If they are.
Adverso off, and he'll have to wait now at Waterfall. Kesnet to wrap through Mound. KRU want to spring this trap pretty quickly, and Kesnet gets a free.
We need to like
Now
destroy their
keep putting that
confidence or
pressure down. It's gonna
something.
be
Oh.
Bang, who's wary of him. John
Yeah,
falls
go
in
next
a
round.
lone man. Can Bang do
Wait.
it?
Wait, bang, 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 bang.
Do it all you 100 streams then.
They're hesitant for like no reason. They're not confident in themselves, and it's weird.
They're looking like me.
And you can't ask for 3 better agents in that retake situation than Emmy. You breach Tejo and Yoru to come back in on the C site.
But Costa's talking about having the best 3 like agents for retake, Yoru, Breach, and Tejo, but they didn't do anything. All they've done was what? Tejo, a Breach, Aftershock, and a Yoru Blind. That's all they've done. They didn't really matter much.
Potatoes, Valorant team, good fundamentals, good shooting.
Classic comp, slow to adjust to the meta.
But if they can refine the meta, that's when this crew team can really take things up a notch.
They need to get second on you on this map, bro. Because this map is starting to have a lot more vice. And even if you haven't got vice, you is way better than Raze with this map.
Shoot it.
Still, the rest of Sentinels are going to commit to this B side. That Showstopper's about to expire, though. That's a big weapon out of Sentinel's arsenal. But they are swarming over B.
Adverso collects that
Don't please see him waste your all that.
Well, this is so much info right here.
It's got to be his, else he has to come alive, and unfortunately...
It's just at least 2 at least. One might be a bit of a stretch.
Other players. Here comes that Armageddon over towards the B side. It's going to force a little bit of movement. John here, though, going to duck back now onto the site itself. It's Melza making his way through. The hit squad.
Bang, bro.
I'm not missing right now. They are deadly.
Second narrate.
Narrate's able to find just the one here, but it's 3v1. Narrate quiet for much of the game. Isn't it? Rips him a new one.
It's 13-7.
See the light of day through his ears. And KRU get to 12.
These guys are
It's gonna be
so
37,
sharp with the aim right now.
Yeah,
it feels
it's
stupid to even say right now because in terms
looking
of
rough.
firepower, when KRU are on, they are up there with the absolute
Looking
best
worse than
in
that
the
how I
world.
play.
Mazzino having a sickening performance.
I think during the next map switch, they'll probably have a talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
The way he's rounding these corners,
Wow.
the reaction time has been
Captain,
insane.
I know he's got to rip into him.
And that is the
I think it's Zek in a second. I'm trying to think who would like rip into him next. Actually no, Zek can actually get a bit aggressive when it comes to like this kind of shit.
We saw it through kickoff.
Zek might actually put him in a place. And if he doesn't, then it'd be Jordan. Like John and like the others don't really talk about too much.
He hasn't seen a quiet early round until he was already an adult. And already a 5v3 in this match point. KRU are looking imperious.
Yeah.
Struggled.
He has been struggling, and this is SEN's map pick at that. It's been a home map for them in 2025. This is the only map that they actually were able to get a win on.
They're all gonna have to run past that together.
And KRU are just looking a cut above.
To go for this. That's the sheer wall, of course, that is going to give away.
I've never seen anyone actually do that.
KRU can take their time. Grouped up now, 3 players.
All they know is one player, that's all they know. When Shy peeks this, if he does, they will know it's all 3.
They can play with their food a little.
I don't know, it's at least, what do you call it? Fade and Viper.
Here comes the drift. This is Kesnit.
Alright, that Kesnit knows.
It seems like every other round.
Yeah, this initial.
I thought it's fine, but he's kind of stuck in shit spot.
Okay, here's that seal guarded. Now Sentinels without their primary weapons. As much as we like the SEN bundle, that might not be enough to get them over the line here. It's going to be popped by both sides. Celsius was able to do
nice, John.
As well, and here's John looking to take a fight towards Halls. A long climb, though, still.
Wait.
Wait.
It's on the table now. Celsius and John.
It's too good to be true.
Oh, man.
They never saw Vice, that's why. That's what I can't find them out.
With Icebox next in the rotation, KRU grinning from ear to ear.
They are firing on all cylinders individually. Feels like top to bottom. Kesnit with some of those entries, Mazzino in the retakes, and Shy is always going to be good for a couple in the late round. He is the closer for this KRU squad. Their defense was immaculate after giving us question marks on attack, where they were hard forcing some of those sight hits, giving SEN openings to win eco rounds twice.
Alright, if SEN looks bad this next map, I'm probably just gonna dip. Because then it's just sad.
Then if they come back...
Dude, if they come back, I'll restart my stream, I swear to God.
Note the KRU don't call any timeouts. They don't give Sentinels a chance to
I'll join the Discord call just to go, oh my god! No way!
Bro,
and we had the lead, it was 4-2.
just himself, but the rest of the
Yeah,
squad
it's
struggling with that adaptability in the moment when your coaches use both of his
made it at
timeouts
6-5.
at the top of the game. While
I think that was the round they lost their confidence. That 5-6.
You don't know what they're going to be running.
They just
Kesnet
quit
is
killing
suddenly
everyone.
the god of Yoru after only playing it for the first time in the match last week.
Oh, buddy, it's crazy out here, but we're going to step away for a moment. Up next, Zoe and the analyst desk are going to break down this wild first map.
Tell her to keep that deal because I will eventually.
Happen.
My bad, I should have needed.
What deal are you getting?
It shouldn't be set on stream. And I'm not getting it.
Strippers prostitutes.
Huh? No.
Buy 1 for 2.
Buy one, get one free. Slave owners in the 1800s.
Blowjobs. Buy 2 blowjobs, get 5 1, you get 5 free.
Dang,
Things have
energy
gotten
ended up
pretty
winning.
expensive lately. I need to generate some additional income.
I found data annotation.
It wasn't even
I can work
close.
from
That
my
3 was
phone.
13-4. Chess. Because they're gonna do some like yappy chatty between the maps.
Honestly, yeah. Let's do some chess. Let's go do this. Is it?
I'll create lobby.
Well,
I'm
now
gonna
it's 30
destroy you.
seconds.
No, they still got to do yapping chat after this, bro.
Stone League? Oh my. That means... Honestly, this is just helping us get smarter anyway. It doesn't matter.
Oh, hope you get smarter.
I'm,
Second is more than ready to return fire. Second, giving us our second race coming strong.
See.
What's the king? Oh, that's the king.
Crew's out in between maps and a
Just over.
fantastic first map as well. The crew starts off this season with the power they usually end with. What's the X factor? Where is it coming from? And how are you?
See, I don't know what's worth taking and what isn't because I don't play chess.
That was not worth it.
Oh, really? It was an experiment.
Bro, you just gotta think about like what characters can do what. That's how you know if it's worth it or not. Like, it's not worth me having a character who can move left, right, up and down to kill one prawn and then get it lost straight after.
Eyes on the prize. The team's looking great. Best of luck in the next map.
You just gotta think it's worth sacrificing that for that.
Welcome back, everyone. Man, he looked smug in that interview. And he deserves to. He deserves to look that way as well. Let's break it down. How the crew get it done. It started off with a back and forth here, but then second half, crew started to run away with it.
Yeah, the first half looked like it was like Sentinel's day, right? They won the pistol, they won two thrifty style rounds.
Yeah, like what's up with that?
It's like, yeah, this is one of them actually right here, and it looked like, you know, the stars were aligning and there just wasn't going to be enough for Crew to win the map, and then they switched halves.
Yeah, the second half was a complete I mean, one round is all that Sentinels are able to get on the other side of things, even when they move over to the attacking side.
Hey, this is kind of scuffed.
Because again, like, Sentinels kept it competitive, winning these eco rounds, snowballing it to another one. But all things considered, I think that KRU looks a much stronger team with their approach in the second half.
When Mazzino is shooting,
Fuck it, I'm winging it.
A prime Lev Mazzino performance out of your breach in a breach tail comp. Oh man, this team is terrifying.
Get this out of here too.
16-7.
I need to start releasing my guys.
How good Kesnet is on that Yoru, given that this is the second time he's playing it, like, I actually don't believe it.
I mean, the caster calling out, like, did he ult like 5 times in that game? Like, it's crazy.
It's actually
ridiculous.
busted. This team looks so good right now. Who would have thought? I mean, the way Adverse was pivoting these hits, he was always finding the empty B site in the first half. I'm just blown away by how good KRU looks strategically right
I think the thing that amazes me the most about them is KRU have always been a team where, like, they've got the firepower, right?
Wow. I could do that, but I think I'd be opening up myself.
Apart, right? It'd be like, oh, it's like they
Try
Kesnet
this.
show, but, like, their util isn't quite there, their strats aren't there, but they're playing like new meta agents, coordinating utility beautifully, still maintaining the individual level of performance. Like, they're putting all the right pieces together.
Yeah, I mean, Wyatt said so as well, right at the end of the cast. They're the meat and potato team. They're keeping it.
I can do that, but it's not worth it. Bloody.
Not anymore.
Yes.
So no, they're keeping it vanilla and meat and potatoes the same thing in this scenario. Don't worry about it. Don't worry your pretty little head about it. It's all good. It's all good. Who should be worried, of course, is Sentinels, because they have to bring this one back. So let's hear what Kaplan has to say ahead of map 2.
I'm here with Kaplan before map 2. Last week when we talked to Zelsis, he said KRU can come out and just farm teams sometimes. What do you do now? How do you reset and just get back into map 2?
Yeah, I mean, we
Check.
lost for a few reasons, but we need to target the ones that are relevant to how we are right now.
Can literally kill you right now. That's right.
You can't. The only thing worth checking is my rock.
So, it's easier when
Your rook and your knight.
it's not that hard for the guys to remember. I think
No, my knight ain't. My knight ain't thingy in. It wasn't checking you. I can keep queen now. No, that's the move that was worth it. The king, your queen.
Oh, this was over from the start.
But you gotta break it up, right, and come back strong. Now, however, they did lose their map pick. We're heading over to Icebox. Expectations, hopes.
I'm not even in check. Let me move my shit.
They've got some good wins on Icebox in the
What?
past, but it's required heroics out of particularly like people like Zelsis and Deep in series. Like, this has never been at the top of Sentinel's map pool.
And Icebox is Kesnet's map. Like, Kesnet on Icebox and Ascent. Like, we are entering a world with these two maps coming back into the pool where Kesnet will just fry. You have to find an answer to him, whether or not it's going to be on the classic Jet on this map, or maybe some waylay stuff that might have been alluded to. Like, he's going to be coming out so good.
And for Sentinels to leave this in their pool right now, you have to know they have something up their sleeve, right? That is the one shining light here for Sentinels. Maybe they have a new look on Icebox, and they're not going to go into one of these old bench comps.
Well, we'll find out in just a little bit as we're heading into a quick break, and we're back to see if KRU can finish this out or if Sentinels keep themselves alive. Up to this.
Check. Check. Check.
First map, interesting one in this series. Sentinels end that first half, 6 rounds, looking pretty good, and then completely disappear. And frankly, for Sen City, that goes from bad to worse. The weather gets a little bit worse because we move on to an Icebox, a map that we haven't seen in quite some time here. One that, I think as Sean points out, in our little interim, that wasn't exactly a stellar one in general for Sentinels, and one that we saw KRU on quite a look with Rainer or Jet looks respectively. So I'm curious to see what they're cooking up here. Do we go back to the same old look? Because Wyatt, Icebox is unchanged since leaving the pool previously.
It's the agent pool that has changed. We've seen teams try to experiment with some Tejo here and there on this map, so interested to see if a crew team that, as we said, kind of just follow the trends and try to refine what the meta is, actually step outside of that narrative, try and reinvent themselves here. Or same for SEN, really. I mean, it's just a question of what these teams want. I don't know. We will have to see. But as far as SEN's quality on Icebox, I'm looking at Bang to be the star for this team here. He is one of the best players at playing around that site. The way he controls
the match is starting.
Is really
the timing.
Best play you will see from anyone in the world. And I'm wondering if he can kind of be the injection into this SEN team that can make them a better Icebox squad moving forward. That being said, though, on map 1, Ben, he started off so hot. At one point, his 11-3, and then he ends 14 for 15.
Okay, here is our agent select heading into Icebox.
Jet kills over here. Default comp, that's good. Although they could probably actually use Waylay instead of Jet. Should do the same thing anyway. It'll just remove like 1 or 2 up angles, that's it.
Yeah, here we go. Okay, similar look to what we saw from Levitar on this map in the past, right? Double controller, Viper there for those walls. Killjoy here for Shy. What year is it?
I mean, yeah, this is a time machine matchup. We have stepped into the past with these 2 comps, but we don't really know what the current day holds on this map anyhow. So maybe these looks of the past will just.
So crew can get a little more space from the map, but we can get more info.
But ultimately, the meta won't matter here. We're going back to the fundamentals. This is a scenario that all 2 players in the server will have been in.
The thing with having the double controller, like those 2, is Viper can always put a wall on like either A or B, and then use harbor wall for like anything else. Like use harbor wall that actually the main.
Are you behind?
Smoke. No, I'm probably in front. Then do time 2 thing check. I'm a little bit behind. Where you
Actually, 134.
Okay, yeah, I'm now with you.
I actually like Icebox.
So do I.
Like as a pro map, it's awesome. That's so stupid.
What is that? How does Zelsis go down on the cross? Brutal.
Nasty work under tube there from Shy. Santa Viper wall set up though. We'll get Sentinels essentially onto this B site. John with a spike in hand, but Mizzino playing pretty close here. Now looking to take a close
Wow.
right clicks are good. Narrate has struggled over the course of this series thus far. They're doing what they do best.
It's pistol, I don't care.
Into a team like this.
Round 3 is what matters.
That is a convincing fight.
It was an effortless dismantling of SEN. That starts off with Shy. Couldn't tell if that was through the smoke or not. It may have just some intuitive tapping with the ghost. Regardless, brilliant first kill. What a shot.
Silky smooth, man.
And then I love how Mizzino is playing around the site here. Who realized, wait, they're trying to take Snowman control? Well, let's just go fight them. And they swarm them, all angles, encircled, absolutely torn to shreds.
Ah, yes, the Marshall buy, very standard for Kesnis.
And again, here's that high cut wall, just cutting off both doorways.
Yeah, crucially, that debuff applied. Very standard spot here for Kesnit, just looking to play.
Wait, if they all just shoot at him.
Shot is good. For a second one. Gotta respect that level of audacity.
Not punished for the greed. Oh my god, Mizzino.
Trades.
He wants more. I can't believe it. He wants more. That was the nose cut for your Kenning. Kesnit. You have an MB2.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, it's fine. We've got rid of 2 guns. We've got rid of Marshall and the Bulldog. I think it was. I don't know what he had.
They're feeling themselves.
They lose the 2 worst weapons that they had in the round anyway, so realistically.
Oh, she was with us in mind. It won't be a Bulldog again.
At a certain point, they'll probably get lazy. I hope. Because usually if SEN gets a chance, they take it. And more.
Yeah.
You give them an inch, they take a mile. That's it.
Faster than literally anyone on the planet was expecting. Who are showing out today?
They're also going to be lit by that briefly.
It's not even that crew is showing out, it's that SEN just fucking suck for some reason. I've seen Zelsis get timing like 6 times today.
I've seen Bang.
Multiple players to contend with mollies all over the ground. It's going to be so frustrating to try and scale past as a team. Might end up in a situation where someone like Zakin gets isolated.
At least shoot the SEN dip.
Bang happy just to get
that's good.
the turret over towards Boiler. Of course, there's a cheeky
Poison's running out.
on the attack side, but Bang just clears it. This will draw Shy out of formation.
Bang.
Doesn't like to be info
Almost.
starved, nor do any of these crew players. Drone sees very little. And there is Zekken getting ready now to dash onto the side, into the cloud burst. He goes now, but getting hammered down by that nano swarm combination. Zekken able to avoid it. Had that regen shield, so I mean, somewhat durable now as the fight begins.
Zekken needs to be a little bit more open, like a bit more foot towards the actual CT.
I like him more behind that box.
Trade. Nice.
Yes. Yeah. Alright.
You know, there's always one angle I always pick when I come to Icebox, backside.
Yeah,
Like, even if I don't have full side control, I'm always holding this angle. If I can find it, I'll send you a picture.
Is it that like weird one below drop?
Huh?
The weird one below the belt, or radiant
Sort
buff?
of, yeah. If I can find it, I'll show you. Hold on. I know I clipped it somewhere.
Sentinels are swarming, circling like vultures.
God damn. Shameless now.
I'm looking at Kesnet's money. How the hell did he get all of this cash? I mean, he's
Ooh.
lucky even if he dies.
Hey, look how close he is to Blaze-Storm. That should tell you everything you need to know. 6 kills, 3 rounds. He will, however, have to hand over the op.
It could have been 4 rifles we lost, but I guess it is ways.
On the floor and into the next, he'll just buy another because that.
Well, now they know they got an op.
The op. This time with the regen armor.
Yeah, I'll send you his picture now. This is this angle. Same right here. Because, like, it's actually a perfect spot. It's the best spot possible. Because if they peek from mid or they peek on site into the angle, when you actually notice them, you're guaranteed headshot and you can't fail that angle. I've taken at least 70 fights in that spot and I've not lost one of those fights. Unless I was 1 HP and got wall bangs, fair enough, but... No, fair drop his drone. Oh, Kesnet's 1 away. Advancer's 2 away. Mazino's 2 away. We need... Ooh, 2 from Johns. Apart from that, that's the closest.
You're essentially seeing the exact same setup from crew with the op controlling B, everyone else towards A. Yep. This time they have much better weaponry to take these fights, however.
Pretty surgical here for Zekken. He wants to carve a way in, and they try not to deal with the op if they can help it, but they might pull out.
Yeah, the big difference, though, from SEN on this round is that Bang is exploring towards B, but he's caught out in the open.
They're going to go back to A. I just don't think there's any option for them now with the time left in the round. Zelsis gets pinged out here, though, so crew know that there's a bounce back towards A.
The crossfires on defense are so good. This genuinely looks hopeless for SEN. They'd have to go insane on this execute individual.
They already cleared this corner. Mazino's reposted there now, and SEN don't have the util to get him out.
Wow.
A flash. A fucking flash.
Zekken is schmoving.
Wait.
Wow. What
Bro,
the?
that went from losable to win. What the fuck?
That was a shocking win, bro. What?
Like, bro, they should not have lost that. What the fuck?
We might be looking for this up now.
From screens and 2 players on catwalk.
Still died.
They can't find a kill.
Hey, Zekken's won anyway. Might as well peek it.
That's what you need to see from SEN. They're really meticulous in these early to mid rounds, right? And they just
You've got money.
Yeah, let Zekken die.
I can't express enough how
He can buy another rifle anyway, and he has 1 tap, so... Ooh, if Kesnet peeked, 2 would have had no rate.
Suffice to say, there won't be the funds to repurchase this in the next round. So the threat level, a little higher here for Kesnet.
Okay, Zekken, be careful, bro.
If I'm honest.
They know where he is anyway, so... Put everything there right though.
Into the next round. But that was so stunning from SEN. Let's see it play out again.
That flash was
That's insane. Wow.
Wait, that popped right above his head. Like, above Mazino's. That flash came in at the right time.
Oh, well, we're shooting now.
I need to find that flash actually, because if I'm playing G-List on Icebox, I want someone to be doing a flash for me. So I can dash in and get him a smoke to cover it.
What is the move from crew on this eco round? An eco round that obviously involves the saved operator
Oh wow.
who just loves posting up.
That's Icebox for you.
Feels like the most cost-efficient way to cover that part of the map is just.
Dude tried to jump up on something and accidentally made a noise.
At what point though, did KRU get a little antsy?
There's some like insane off angles on this map, but
Shy does not have his cage attack. Wait, how did it break? When did oh no, he hasn't played. Wait. This visual bug on the overlay. It never said he had a turret in his overlay, but then he just placed one. If you break it, it takes 40 seconds.
I think they
he should
should
have had it
know.
down.
Okay. Yeah, they droned him off the angle.
They saw Zekin.
Oh wow.
They got a good flashes. It's just a shame no one's really like there.
Why are they better at Icebox than they are their own map?
I don't know, but Icebox is actually a good, like an easy map, honestly.
Or maybe they were specifically practicing their map.
This season, I have not lost an Icebox yet.
SEN are really set up for success here.
I've played like 7 times.
Wow, still got Molly's on too. Oh my
Ooh,
god. We're
Mm.
so bad.
That's my Sentinels. That's sensational. I'm gonna goon.
I'm gooning.
I think what scares me is the split. Like, although we won last time, which was a 13-1, but the last time before that was a 13-4.
The target switching is insane.
It's all in the mouse. Razor. Viper 3 Pro. Hashtag ad.
I thought they removed that lineup. I tried it with a Brim Molly and it like straight up just doesn't go through it at all.
Bro, Brim shoots differently than Viper.
Yeah, but it still should go through it.
Yeah, probably does.
I had a specific lineups for it.
And they probably got 1 pixel, bro. We put like a pixel off. Celsius? Wait, oh no, no man. Bro, I'm used to Celsius being on Viper. I forgot he's on KJ. I'm still not used to John being on Initiator.
Oh man, it's so audacious, and who's covering him? That is strictly a solo effort. Melson is able to pick that line up eventually, but was in no position to play off of Kesnit.
Personally, if I was KRU, I would say like it wasn't even worth trying like take that 2 bars for a minute ago. Like even when my teammates told me like, oh, choose them with like 50 HP or whatever, I still wouldn't take the fight.
SEN are looking smooth on this attack side right now.
It's looking like on map 3. I like seeing Bang on split. He's pretty good.
So is SEN. It's just whether they catch play or not.
Worried about the level that the SEN team would be at, given that Icebox was never a go-to for them in the past. But this is a new roster, a new era, and it's feeling like they've really put the work into this.
And it's a question.
Okay, that all actually done a huge like.
Wow.
Oh, Celsius.
And here, look, I mean, it's just Kesnit trying to take a fight there at that point.
All right, guys, welcome to the server. I'm glad we woke up.
No, you don't. Definitely don't suggest that. Look after yourselves out there, folks.
Yeah, I'm expecting us to lose a round because the momentum's getting ruined.
It's a timeout from KRU. V's are good.
Okay, we got one of their timeouts, finally.
Down the striking arrow.
On their own map.
Bro, look at Sen's tweet 23 minutes ago about Lotus.
Okay.
You know, getting towards that Viper's pit here, but I'm looking at
Link.
specifically because they've got that Hunter's Fury, and of course that Harbor ult
Did not mean to click that.
is really crucial to allow you to re-clear this space, and it was a timeout as expected. This is a good time to go for it. There's a quasi-buy here for KRU. It's not the most convincing.
Stupid.
Kesnit's gonna have a Blade Storm and look to crack this one open.
Definitely, like you said, I'm looking towards ultimate from the Harbor. It's so effective, especially when you're going in on a flood. If someone taps the spike, when that lightning bolt comes down, you know that's going to be a free stun as well that you can scale off of. Position. I'm looking to see KRU take advantage of that ultimate in a situation like that. Also want to see out of this timeout how SEN intend on adjusting. It has just been so easy for them to take this A site round after round. Are they going to open things differently, try and maybe play more passive or explore elsewhere on the map to see what plans KRU have?
Okay, this time it's a little more passive towards that A side. No early exploration. Melsa's going to be allowed to push up here.
Yeah, worried about the potential for a Kesnet like dash updraft off of a deep recon, try and take a fight towards Belt.
So in the past, KRU had this tendency on these save rounds to buy Sheriffs and push mid as fire. That was very typical for them. This time though, they've got some guns in the mix, so they're probably not reverting to that protocol. SEN are playing though as if they're ready for something of a push-up. There's nothing to see here either. This should get a drifter towards B, but okay, that's a shot under tube over towards kitchen side. That's that mid-anchor of Shy down.
And that false info from the drone could allow SEN to now scale up towards A, slowly take that space and work back into a full execute.
Time certainly the essence, 40 seconds to play with now, but that Harbor Util is being drawn out on the B side, and Kesnet realizing he might have to rotate back to A here.
Yeah, this is the KRU ants round. They are just running around on defense. They do not know where to position at the moment. But they've made the read, actually. They've gotten back to A right on time.
Okay, getting messy now. Mel's having to do with second, but
Let's
it's going to
go.
get
Trade on trade.
favor SEN now in this 4 versus 3, and they're on the front part of the site, but Kesnet, surely he's not going to hold out. His interlope is in for free. Surely looking at
Oh, and now they know.
But it's awkward. He's got to swing out and get a trade.
Oh, wait.
But it's Mazzino.
Bang wins these.
Able to use that ultimate now. Give Bang.
Whoa!
He misses a golden opportunity. Bang healthier right now. Has to keep moving here.
No!
That is dirty business.
Well, it's fine, it's fine.
What the heck?
The fact they got 4 rifles is amazing.
An unexpected way to win that round, to say the least.
Shy looked almost reverent there, witnessing that from his teammate.
Oh, after this as well, I have a lineup I want to show you for way later on SEN. It's actually goated one as well.
I'd like to report a absolute murder.
I'm not even joking. Is you guaranteed to kill every time if someone's actually in that spot.
Defensive rounds without clutching 1v4s. It's one or the other, man. Because you can't replicate that.
Well, they say that.
Wait, if you don't defuse, can your team still talk?
See how this goes down.
Huh?
He didn't defuse. He halved it and then just stood there for like a minute.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
That's... I've never seen that.
You can use anything as strategy. Even Loud done it. There was a round where Loud lost, and instead of actually trying to because obviously they had to defuse it, right? Instead of trying to defuse, they spent like the last like 10, 20, 30 seconds. I think it's like 1v3. So he went across the map and started doing like a timeout thing. It's like he, like he basically saved the timeout instead of actually using one.
Lockdown one away for Sentinels. Kesnet back on the old faithful operator.
Yep, and again, KRU are just going to stack up towards A due to him controlling B, but they're going to be pushed out of the site, at least temporarily, by this lockdown.
Verso offers, just holding back in his Hunter's Fury for the time being. So KRU are going to respect this, allow Sentinels to move into
We got bang ult, so they might use it.
Oh, wow. Okay, big ping there for Johnny. Sees so much.
And it just took down the
No? Yep, okay, we are.
We are, yeah.
That's been disabled for the time
We
being.
lost
Now,
one.
Viper's Pit here for
Yeah, honestly, since they have it up, I'll 100% do it as well.
Bang
You
doesn't
make
have
it
a
obvious.
shorty. This is probably Scott.
Could be a tough ask.
Shorty is
Fine.
OP in that ult.
Verso see nothing. No tags at all off of that
Now look where he is though.
Celsius.
So he ain't what he needed. All he has to do is just spam and shoot his molly on the spike.
Verso wants to try and light it now, but Zekin's dealt with Melsa easily enough.
Look, you don't really need shotguns
Oh,
in
he's
the
just
ult.
chilling.
The time an enemy actually notices you in the ult, you've literally down all 1 HP. So quite pointless of having a shotgun.
Shy looking for something on the exit side, but there's nothing to be found. Clean look for Sen.
The KRU team had nothing to explore into that pit, no drones. SEN were stacked up in it. Cannot express enough how much value the 0 point from John got. Not only did he catch 4 players, sure, you get the info that they've been pushed all out by the lockdown in those common positions, but more importantly, it nullified the usage of the Hunter's Fury while they were planting the spike. That's the exact situation where traditionally you would have seen that defensive Sova rip the ult onto the spike planter while the rest of your team floods in.
He's
That
nervous.
play was cancelled out by 1 utility piece, and then that pick gets max value.
That's another round where Kesnet has this operator. He's drifted across from B and has nothing to do with it. These saves will make Owner proud.
Oh, wow.
The SEN team have been
Interesting lineup.
I think that lineup takes too long to land.
But that's the thing though, no one should be sitting there, so the fact someone actually sat there is actually insane. It's like they predicted it.
We're not drowning this time.
They know there's one more on B, that's all they know.
Clean opener.
Don't know about the others.
Just waiting to play off of this pop flash with the recon as well, which gets some info towards back yellow on B, so they know that there are no crew players entrenched in forward positions at the moment.
More stall here. High tide thrown up. This is going to slow SEN down. And currently, Zelsis is rummaging through the pantry at A, but hasn't found a whole lot at all.
At the very least, so he's providing information.
I didn't hear that at all. That's good.
No one actually pressed up. He's giving the rest of the team a good amount of space that they can just run up to, go into
Come on,
this target,
SEN.
where for the first time, they don't have to contend with 3 or 4 players. Not like it's mattered.
By the way, he didn't clear that angle fully. He can still be tucked if he was up there.
Yeah, Zelsis has given the Sentinels a good staging ground by clearing a lot.
That's actually a really good rat spot.
I mean, unless crew want to flood in, time is dwindling so low. 15 seconds. SEN haven't even tapped the spike yet, and all the crew are stacked up.
Dude, they're just getting util dumped.
Bro, do you say I shook dart? I swear I shook dart bounced off someone.
Okay.
Zelsis has to make it happen. V3 here, and he's hot.
No.
Crew get back within 1 round.
I love how crew played that, and I think perhaps this is a moment where a little light bulb goes off in their heads like, wait a second, we can just play this for the We try to anchor this as crazy as we have been. That has not been working out for us. There they do it because it's textbook to play like that in the 5 versus 4, especially given that the time got horrifically low for SEN to try to plant. But I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see this crew team take that approach now on A.
And who better to run into a site like this? This is crew's bread and butter.
And you've got all that harbor util to cut off a lot of the post plan. Angles, very effective there.
Or to stall out at B because you're not all committing to A with Kesnet the only player at B.
Yeah, speaking of, they mixed up the setup and now he's taking his operator over to A, peering over towards belt.
Not on top of Gen though, so Kesnet does respect the L drone to not. Okay, well, as I say that. Does head there.
The respect.
Had an idea and then I threw it out. Alright, narrates. Okay, does see his opposite number there and Adverso is pinged. So now we're at the front of the side again. SEN knocking on the door.
If he hits those assistant, I'll be pissed.
Bro.
So again, crew are looking for one of those signature.
Oh my
god. Narrate.
Wow.
Be quiet, boy, got away with it.
Nice.
Second.
Do it yourself. Do it all yourself. Come on. Ace, ace. Ace, ace.
Oh god, please, please.
1 bullet? Oh
This
my
fucking
god.
Second Filipino, no?
What the heck? No. What? Oh god.
Right where he said fuck John QT, fuck Celsius,
Wow.
fuck Narrate,
1
fuck
bullet.
Bang.
He knew he had 1 bullet too.
Let me just give something to the crowd.
Oh yeah.
Didn't even smile, didn't even grin, not even a little smirk, no adjustment. Just kind of stared at the cam like after Lillard hit that 3-pointer in the playoffs. Just looked right at the camera, stone face.
Alright, are we loosened up now, Sen City?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, no way he gets back for Ace, right? If his knife shots would be like that right now, then he could actually get a base.
Already taking the jet out of the game, and the guns are not good for crew.
Okay, what's his flash, John?
John is just ready to throw up this bomb.
John's.
I think he's just trying to make it pop above yellow.
Yeah. But not, he shouldn't flash it, but it's not like gonna flash everyone. Second?
2?
Okay,
2's good enough.
Alright, Shy's 1 HP. Wait, Bang's shooting now?
Nice. Okay, let's go. We're so back.
Wait, I seen the script. Sentinels has only won this map at a 13-6 back-to-back. It's 7-4. There's a chance of a 13-6 again.
They're working up the crowd as well. Feels like the option is
2 knives for that, okay.
Look at this. With that. Okay.
Wait, so are we ignoring second's other kill?
Like that, they just look to
Okay, I guess we are.
What?
have the advantage here. Just dirty Bladestorm play for second, and what a time for him to come alive after a bit of a lackluster first map.
I swear second got a kill when he's blinded and they ignored it.
SEN have been potentially for free, getting all the space pushed up to where Zekken is at right now, where you're in prime position to just hit that execute. KRU really haven't tried to contend forward very much. Part of that being the fact that Kesnet is constantly opping. So over on A, they're just set up to anchor the sights heavy, and that has not found them any success.
They have never come past 410 on defense on this side.
Oh, okay. We got some info.
Constantly flooding to
I
try
don't know
and
how
retake.
Harbin's here, that's all I know.
Second, who gets beautifully embedded under rafters at the back of A. It just seems like
Hey,
a
damage
dangerous
back.
proposition.
They now know that Jet's there.
Which means they should be able to have B.
Zelsa's going to
Exactly.
take note, of course,
It's
on
just shy.
Then he skillfully
Pretty sure he's ops there every time.
Orange Kitchen Snowman, that's all they got to look out for. But look at second position though, if second place is right. But the main thing, what's going to change around, no man. I'm going to say, if they can kill Shy, then they can get good timing, but...
John has to keep moving here, of course, but the Harbor ultimate has now expired. Narrate.
Narrate!
Okay. Big damage on the second. Pinged out, has to fall
Defender
away.
killjoy.
It's all
Oh
up
shit.
to John QT. Spray is good, but Shy was waiting.
Not much he can
for it.
do. Look how far he has run back. That's literally a few defuse.
Yeah.
Sen get themselves.
That's fine, that's fine.
Those legs, but good
take
Well,
those.
2 rounds.
Postparts, these floods.
This map is definitely more defense, I would say.
Biding the time with the big ultimates.
Especially for the comp they got.
Retake.
Like, they got info, they got the hold
That
in.
was well done, but Sen, despite it being 7-5, honestly, I don't think the scoreline illustrates.
And Sen's retakes are pretty good, so...
They've been in control of this half, running over the A site as they please. Really only a couple rounds here and there at B that didn't go their way, or when Kesnet found an early pick and then they had a man advantage flood towards A, but I gotta say, it feels like Sen are in control at the moment.
Yeah, unconvincing defensive odd play perhaps there from KRU. Despite Kesnet looking very good this game. We're going to go to a quick break, folks. When we come back, a 7-5 half with Sentinels in the lead in a must-win map in this series for them. Don't go too far.
Alright, quick chess.
Quick check.
Well, we got 1 minute chess game.
1 minute? Oh god.
Yeah, we're doing Blitz. Play online. Play a friend. Wait, hold on. Machine to 1 minute. Play a friend. Copy. Link.
Let me show you why I stopped
Go,
all my sample libraries. This is Arcade by Output. This thing has sounds, samples, instruments, effects, everything you could ever need all in one place. I remember a friend of mine sent me a link one day to try it. From the moment I opened it up, I was like, oh, this is a game changer. And now I'm the one telling everybody about it. The sample quality is crazy, and you can literally customize everything. You could pitch it up, pitch it down, chop it, extend it, modulate it. Sometimes I like to just bring in my own samples and hit them with this lo-fi effect. The variety and the versatility of the kits is just crazy. Well, we could go from something like this to something like this. I feel like whether you're just getting started in music production or whether you're Grammy nominated, there's something in here for you. So if you're looking for a unique way to redefine your sound and just kind of add more dynamics to your composition, you gotta get Arcade. You can literally try it for free.
Work today is broken. We're all working in too many disconnected apps, and it's killing team productivity. But for the first time, there's a platform that fixes it by combining everything you need. Projects, chat, and knowledge in one place. It's all powered by the world's most complete work AI, so you can find answers from anywhere and get work done faster. Introducing ClickUp.
Game started, but who gives a shit?
For work.
That's fun. With my queen at her.
And then they get another one a couple rounds later, and it's resulted in 5, you know? Not too bad, but Sen have looked really fantastic on this map.
6 seconds.
We had question marks about the level they'd be playing this. It wasn't their best in the past, but they're looking much better at the moment.
And this double controller util is going to let
Fuck, you're lucky it's
completely cut this side off and basically force flood retakes out of Sentinels unless they want to anchor and play aggressively on the side, which feels like a risky proposition against a team KRU who hungers for those opportunities.
Pin retake, cool.
And yeah,
hungers for those opportunities.
I just skip forward.
Yeah, I mean, a hungry Kesnet is going forward to take that initial first duel, finds the kill, and now they're setting up.
Nice second.
On the side, KRU want to play crossfires.
Second!
Here comes Sentinels, remember this
Wait, I haven't made it there, I haven't made it there.
Sentinels into this side. Zekken opens things up beautifully.
Oh my god!
It doesn't miss those. Gets it a little bit low.
Okay.
Back to the counter misses wall.
Narrate.
Quick, can you be on the uptake?
Wait.
Okay, it's looking rough.
Please, next shot.
Oh.
Slaps him down.
Okay.
It's fine, it's fine.
It's pistol.
That's actually the last round they're getting. That's the last round they're getting.
Duelists are really just turning.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't think we've used one timeout either.
But I love the crew were able to press forward in the site while getting the spike down. Kesnet finds this kill, all right, bet. And then they go back after that. Just set up the crossfires in sight together. Play to the fact that you have that man advantage 5 versus 4, and mathematically, you can just trade that down and win from there. That's literally exactly what they do. They're down to 1 player. The math checks out.
And look, Kesnik's chasing those frags on the site, just like his beard hunting his headline.
You can't be doing that to him. You can't be doing that to him.
I have big forehead privilege,
wow.
I'll have you know.
20 HP gone. I didn't know Viper's Mollies did that much.
This time, more embedded on 8. Like, less likely to try and give it up here, right? Because they're worried about, like, all this controller utilities forcing them off the side entirely.
Bang looks a little silly there, but I think a pop flash came up from John Cutie that he was, you know, had his back facing where it was.
Second is a good spot. We have to be careful with that wall.
In silly fashion.
Hey, investment in the marshal this round for Sentinels is just a little anemic, of course. They lack the weaponry to make much of this round. Kesnet and Shy armored up and also with rifles to work with.
It's actually better for Sen right now, just sit here and just wait for him to die. But hold angles, that's the point.
Yeah.
They have opted for a pretty big investment here, which is...
Oh, so just can't hold anything, because he dies, so there's second now.
On Lotus where they just had a couple weeks.
Second?
Second's happy to do damage, especially given what I was just saying. They invested.
Well, that's actually huge.
One gun gone.
They should be able to walk away with this though, with those 2 rifles in tow comfortably. Sentinels look to challenge, but Melsa.
Okay, so you just gave a free Viper orb.
There was Elsa now in second, just hoping they can dig someone out of position. It's unlikely, and of course at this point, the odds of
it's fine, it's fine. We dropped out 2 rifles.
Nil to none.
We dropped out a Bulldog. We dropped out a Phantom, but obviously they dropped it for Bulldog, so...
Are they going to try to full commit to a buy here around the rifles that they've got, or just play with those 3 and then...
Okay.
Wait, no, he has light shield? Wait, how is Noah so poor?
Wow, enough of them died to where they can't buy.
They want to play it riskier, or a little bit safer.
Sen's in a good position here, I think.
Enemy remaining.
I do think like these 2 teams probably look to play very differently.
I'm a little bit scared, because last time we had the up advantage, we lost.
Double controller comps.
You know, it feels like every time we watch this crew team at the moment, it's like they have one side of each map where they're like, I don't know about that.
Sussy?
Yeah, suspect. And then the next
okay, what's that? Oh, I see that.
Wait, if Omen was played on this map, I think
which is exactly what happened on
he could do some crazy
I'm
stuff.
looking to see if that's going to be the case here on Icebox.
Omen can, but it's not paying good for him. His smokes are worse.
Do not want to be caught off the site. Recon though.
In fact, having Omen on this map actually makes it harder for a Viper to play.
I would do double controller, probably.
Okay.
Viper and Harbor are the best picks for this.
Now the defenders have to
Any smokes, well, like Astra, Brim, Clove, and Omen,
occupy.
they're not like you're making it harder for your main controller, which is supposed to be a Viper.
Wow.
Bang though. He's
Bang!
Wait.
Okay.
He's able to find himself a couple. Second follows up nicely, finds the 1-for-1. It's Shy and Mazzino now.
Come on, John.
Well, a bit of heavy lifting to do. With Narrate falling though,
Hold.
they've at least been able to even the odds in that cove. John has to swing glider to take the
Unlucky.
fight. Audaciously, Mazzino goes for it, falls. It's up to
KJ.
Canny.
For KJ.
So cunning.
The best KJ wins.
The KJ duel will decide the round. Nasty work.
And apparently, we have not gotten a good KJ.
Shy in late rounds, man. He is just too good. He's too consistent in those situations. We have seen this
No way we actually
countless times over his career. And that has put Sen.
If I was Zagan, I'd feel terrible.
It's deflating, right? That's
Well, I'm
the
gonna try
gun round,
something.
of course,
I'm gonna try something.
that Sen are looking for. And Zagan doesn't have the ability to build into like an operator early here, right? He's got a rifle with the rest of them. Only gets like a 1-for-1 playing from rafters. That
If we start winning, I know why.
this game.
Looks like Crew just want to keep it simple. Take that space towards A, where you can use that harbor utility,
Boom.
the cascade specifically to just get forward into prime.
Wait, if we win this round, it's gonna put the Sen Jazzy on.
Execute. Sen, they want to echo the site.
Gainer raids, trigger discipline.
No
Works
way.
against him. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. Again, the weaponry's not there for them. Crew though now on the precipice of going up 2 rounds.
1 HP is wild.
Seconds just got nothing.
Okay, we win this round. I fucked Jazzy. Jazzy was not it.
In a post plant. Impossible really for Sen to fight through it, but they've got nothing to lose virtually in this round. Except the Blade Storm that Zekin did commit.
Yeah, at this point though, it's like, I mean, damage be damned. It doesn't even matter. Crew have tons of cash behind them. Zekin is looking to be an actual miracle worker in this game. That's one lethal first click onto shot.
I don't want to think about his ult.
Not much to see
This
here,
round was
though,
not
again.
his ult on.
Another high tide going to be thrown down. All of crew just huddled on the other side of it.
I think they thought they'd have it.
Here.
But what's his about scenario? It whiffed.
With a consolation. Great opener there from crew. That you
They had the
when they walk
read,
in this
clearly.
crew, they're confident enough just to hit the site.
I think he should be exits, honestly.
Protocols with that controller util. And Watts on in and take what's theirs. Indeed.
Much like the beginning of
I'm also sad as well. Vecino, Harbour, he's exactly on 1 HP as well.
Crew are making some silly mistakes, throwing situations away.
Oh,
and
that's
then
good refund
suddenly
up.
They just capture that lightning in a bottle, and they're right back in the lead, strung four together in a row. The most rounds they've strung together in a row on this map. They've been hanging on by a thread.
You know, I want to see what's in my item shop.
Constantly on the verge of being ecoed, somehow getting to 5. And now they're getting in position to win this game.
Okay, it's fine. We're losing our fast timeout. We're losing our fast, that's good.
Timeouts available in the second half of a map. So now, Kaplan able to address the team. I do think that there's definitely an inflection point in this round. SEN have a gun round at their fingertips, and they're a little far away from.
Wait, why is he talking? You're not supposed to be talking if it's not your timeout.
So this is definitely going to be a round they have to win off the back of great
They
fundamentals.
probably both used them.
Whereas for crew,
No, not because look, Crew's timeout thing ain't flashing.
Lockdown looming to clear that A side if they want to hit it hard. I mean, God,
That's
getting
unfair.
that
That's
lockdown and
bullshit.
set that controller util up post plant, SEN having to flood into that feels oppressive.
And on this map, compared to Lotus, I'll tell you, Kaplan is relieved that he has some timeouts late in the game. That was their undoing. He needed to use both of them to stay in it earlier on, find some advantages for the team when we were on Lotus. But here during crunch time, he's been so influential on the success of this roster over the last year into 2025 as well.
Zekin was responsible for 100% of SEN's first bloods in the first half. 5 out of 5.
That's on the attack side, where they're not like using a solo WAP, you know what I mean? Like sometimes it's maybe more explainable if they were defending, but Zekin's in there with a rifle.
Dude's just the best duelist since 10's left.
Where is he though in the second half?
I could have just gone back to what is working this early.
Wait, second.
I like his jet more than his raise.
I like his Euro more.
Oh, yo, that's butthole question.
Crew to have the timing to shake him out. Here's that lockdown though. A little early shenanigans. And that lockdown will persist by the looks of things.
Dude, one of them needs to like put pressure on that flank, probably.
Question is if they just want to flood back
At least break it.
That's about it.
Maybe go quickly.
Yes, that's about it now.
Already in play.
In fact, Kedge is actually out of range, so he might. Oh no, it just goes back up. That's bad timing.
Hey, now they're worried about it.
And that is one of the difficulties
exactly what we want.
this harbor.
Yeah, but now he's running. They can hear that. They know that fake.
Well, no, KJ's a little slow.
But Mel's are still in crow's nest.
I'm good. He didn't hear it. I think it's because Com's overpowering his actual game audio.
Play from behind this toxic screen. And there's Kesnet, a double spray down.
Boys.
That's not what you want to see if you're a SEN fan. And Mazzino sneaks away. Now SEN have to show a little bit of leg, have to wager something to get this deep
wait, John?
It's going to be a 2v1.
It's still winnable, but
after that time,
no, it ain't actually.
And John's got nothing to do. He has to
Not
saunter away, tail between his legs. And that's Crew extending their lead to
Please,
3.
don't end as a 13-7.
The left-hand side, they're back at it.
Please make it 13-8.
Questionable half.
Please make it 13-8, bro.
They look
I think they're trying. That's why he's saved.
Which was the story for SEN when they were on attack. The difference being how they play with the harbor. That being the difference in their comps here. You know, I mentioned it during that round, but the way that it just bogs down any.
All Zelsis has to do is get one more kill each round, and then they'll just win.
Forced to push through those additional walls, and the time that it buys that allows Crew to.
Yeah, that's scuffed.
These post-plant positions. Great spray down from Kesnet.
Operated this round for Zekin. So finally, we're seeing SEN go in this direction, and he wants to play up with it. Look how close he is.
Is
this going to pay off? Kesnet's going to see. Oh,
yes.
Oh my.
Zekin was on the line. And
Wait,
he's going to walk
what?
away
Bro timed around at a perfect timing.
Determined.
I'm gonna be hard that or become it.
SEN to a win on this map.
Celsius, please don't be that, please, bro.
With that said,
I think the 1v1 KJs, he's won every time.
He
just one-tapped Zelsis.
I don't know if that's going to start now, honestly.
Wait, I need to line this KJ lineup. I just saw how it's done, so.
You can do the same thing with a brim molly.
Yeah, but KJ one's more cooler, bro.
Later on, again, Narrate is positioned over towards 410.
More colorful.
Not seemed the best at clearing out. He's had opportunities for kills there before. And now has multiple players to swing with him.
Don't really have any brim tech on this map, other than shotgun.
All Adams to slip through in this direction. Narrate knows he's going to get busy, but there's also John here to cover the line. Where was John? Oh no! Poor stop of it. Now, we're even numbers. KRU have been allowed to make some serious progress onto the side, but Bang could still be an issue. A thorn in the side. John redeems himself.
Good pinches. Wait, John, wait. What is John's angle? Boys, please. 6 HP.
Points of health.
You're both in good health.
He has to know there's a player up on Rafty here. A strong wind would blow him over at this point.
Wait.
If he drops out at any angle, he's dead. Look at seconds.
Carries the spike, gets the poison on up, and gives it a
Wait.
tickle.
Someone please will bang it, please.
John floats in. There's Shorty going to work. SEN get a crucial round back, and not a moment too soon, but the money's still ugly.
Ugly, but a round that was more than desperately needed.
No, I just...
They would have been reduced to nothing. KRU on the absolute verge of taking this map, taking the series.
What a risk to take, right? In a round that could...
I'm probably going to give out for this map.
That's the kind of play you make when you know you're him and you need to win the game for your team.
It's crazy.
You are just way too locked in.
It's like the stakes are higher and you're taking more risks.
Absolutely. I mean, that is the kind of player that he is. He is fearless and he is consistent.
Push up, going to be spotted here and there. Of course, is that Nana Swarm.
I do love this adjustment out of the timeout from Kaplan, where he's got the team playing more proactively towards A, fighting forward, disrupting KRU before they can set up to go for the executes, find timings to get kills while they're in the setup stage. They tried to do that prior. I really like the adjustment, and it's paid off so far.
What would the reaction be here for Bang? Does he think about making use of this Viper's Pit if he gets enough of reason to? Well, take for Reverso, getting very close to a Hunter's Fury. Okay, just a probe at B. No commitment yet, as KRU still have Kesnet set up over towards pipes here. But Zekin is locked in, looking towards Belt. The operator at A here. And again, no Owl Drone to force him off the line yet. Reverso having used that a little bit early, but you two should come back around.
SEN are just hoping right now that
I like how Zeus is playing with his equipment, but it does mean someone has to be watching mid because it's his hard place. Which is,
that's big. Give that player advantage. Narrate ready for
oh my
a
god!
bit more here.
Wait,
Those tags in. Reverso goes quite low, but John
no, it's
gets
all.
knocked inside that null.
And that's huge.
It is him. Hits the back of the site. Time of plenty here to go for a plow, but Zelsis might have been looking to line up some util. It doesn't matter. Narrate finds yet another one, though. That is big, and it's up to Mazzino. Oh, my goodness, that ain't right! The Red Bull clutch out of nowhere. Mazzino produces the golden rabbit from the hat. That is sickening.
Yeah, I think this is a loss to SEN.
That's
unfortunate.
Mazzino, Zekin,
they had a slow start.
And everybody else.
I don't think they're shooting back. I need to see the KDA. Captain's going to use the round. If they lose this round, that's when Captain's going to use his last time out.
I think
they use it now.
Not even close. He has come up with
3 rounds left. They have to tell
clutches.
Zelsis
I really like
to do something else.
The aggression that both teams were playing.
There's 2 rounds. There are 2 rounds they can lose max because they lose the second one, they're out. But like, if they lose this round, that's when I should have used timeout, because that would actually be more impactful.
They were bringing things back until SEN came in.
I don't think they have the ego to even address it with this timeout.
Gets a kill for Narrate straight away. John comes into the site with null command
Saw Viper
downed
ult.
Instantly.
So Bang can ult somewhere.
And Mazzino just dismantles it systematically. That is going to take the wind out of your sails. And I don't know if Zekin has another ace up his sleeve and just produce on a dime here.
Mazzino has kept KRU in this game. And not just kept them in the game, he's gotten them into the damn lead. He had that clutch in the first half where KRU were not looking very good. And now they're coming back out of a prior Kaplan timeout, adjusting their play.
Not like every other
he just shuts them
one round GG.
Down, puts them now on the precipice of getting ecoed. This is a round.
Wait, they're gonna hit B. Look at where the enemy marks are on B site. That's where they're gonna divide the double.
They haven't even been sent on a map since then.
They've got so many ultimates here to work with.
Good.
The Hunter's Fury's up for Reverso here. Post plant, of course, with that Viper's Pit could be the death sentence for Sentinels.
That's actually huge. They got free with
Spotted out, though,
the
by
knife at
a
least.
lot of info about this early probe from KRU towards B.
Who have prior shown essentially no desire to go towards this B site, but now can use that cascade to get some presence in main and then use
They didn't have a second.
drone to explore even further.
This is good then.
This.
This is a good off angle.
The tail with active. Does he know who's above?
Got one.
Doesn't matter. He's gonna be able to get out with it.
Okay, we got two. We got two.
Connect. Ends up being a 2-for-1. KRU here, you really
Hello?
want to
Am I
push the
getting this
issue.
one?
Drone to explore even further.
Second's gonna fight for this. Here's the tail with active. Does he know who's above him? It doesn't matter. He's gonna be able to get out with it. The Blake Storm does connect. Ends up being a 2-for-1. KRU here, you really want to push the issue. They're not sure though about committing a spike. It's Mizzino being a little bit careful about this.
The problem is now poison walls. The walls are going to drop.
We got two stingers. Vandal and Phantom.
Cascade will obscure any view from Snowman, but no sand players are even there. The cloud is up. So safety. For Mizzino,
Good damage shot. Oh!
Whoa.
One knife as well.
But he only had a stinger to work with.
No way they lose like
Reckoning out
that,
in play.
right?
Gets it suppressed.
No, no, we got this. Look at Shy's HP.
Shy's a little bit low, but Mizzino can play
One
off
random
this.
bullet in the
KRU
box
gonna
and Shy dies.
Verso went down with Hunter's Fury. Bang trying to get active here, but of course they need to get through this high tide. Swing it together, see what they can find. Nothing to be spotted, and now the Viper's Pit comes down. Bang takes a little bit of damage through the wall, but Sentinel's going to make use of this. They get ahead, clear the turret that Shy tried to place to spot them out early. Shy's going to go for it. 4-1, not a big difference anyway. And now Bang tries to get the defuse. Mizzino with the spray, gets it to half. Mizzino got to step up, and he completes the contract. KRU head to match point. And that's the round that was worth 2. How does Sen come back from
GG's, 39.
3 for 3 on clutches. Mizzino is
Nobody
just on a
sticks
totally
that.
different level today.
Bro, once he's
You
took
have
shooting at
to
you,
look for the
just
kill
go.
always,
Him,
especially in
but
your ult.
Kesnet, credit has to be given. What on earth was that first knife? And then even at that,
He held
later,
it for like another 3 seconds.
in a position where there were 3 players who could have potentially shot onto him, and he somehow finds another 1 for 2.
Two stingers, Sheriff, Bulldog, and Guardian.
Sen have cobbled
If
together
they lose this,
everything
what
they
happens?
can. This is the team that win a
nothing.
singular map in Bangkok.
It just means they're now 1-1.
And they look like they
I think it's top 2 from each group will go to the playoff stage. And playoff stage, top 2 from that goes to Toronto.
Roadblock has caused them to stumble. And they're
I'm pretty sure every win you get in the playoff,
like themselves today.
every round you get, every win you get in the playoff stage of Americas or your region, you get 1 champion point.
Players that can take over the server. Back in kickoff.
So it's like 3 champion points up for grabs in playoffs.
Kesnet had a couple games today. It has been Mizzino number 1, Kesnet number 2.
But I regret not buying a champion Phantom. Like, I don't use Phantoms often, but I'm starting to use it a bit more now. I regret not buying it.
Despite the second's best efforts, it's going to require
definitely
heroics
better
on a
than
bad
the
buy from them in what looks to be a full B retake against
I can't wait to see this year's Vandal one though.
KRU can fall back to the edges of this pit, back towards
I think they should do like upgrades to just Vandal Phantom. They should try like, I don't know.
Here, he's happy.
And with a long sightline, they have a Hunter's Fury to play with as well.
Kesnet has heard this. He
Second,
knows
no, it's also too far past Century. We're back to June.
now. Melsa deals with Zelsis. Kesnet is going to get through mid because the Raiders vacated the zone of activity for the turrets. And there goes Bang.
GG's.
The pick comes down and Mizzino drops him. It's all about Mizzino today, folks.
Yeah, before you go, I need to show you this Waylay
KRU
ship.
deal a mortal blow to Sand City. Looking to ascend again the greatness. This
No,
team
I'll show you Shane's book, fuck it.
and they bring us an old classic on Icebox. Sends Sentinels to the Shadow Realm.
Back on low.